Hello and welcome back to another Arkham Horror live stream. That is correct, Jester. It is Arkham Horror Day. Hey, Astari, how is it going? Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Wow, it's already hump day. We are going to be playing some Arkham Horror today. We have the third scenario in the Forgotten Age campaign, which has proved to live up to its reputation so far, and it really gives me that Arkham horror feel, right? So where I feel, like everything is the weight is bearing down. I have nowhere to go and I just keep dying. It does a really good job with that. It does a fantastic job with that. That can be best summed up with the death of our first investigator last week. So today we're going to be starting out by building a new investigator. Last week we had oh, it's bad. I don't even remember his name. That's how attached I was to him. Who was it? Finn. Yeah, Finn died. And so we're going to be replacing him with Kamani. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I am not, please let me know. Kamani Jones, who is our security consultant. We're replacing a rogue with a rogue just because of how good the evade action is in this campaign. Both I know that both from personal or from hearing it from other people, but also just like I've seen that it's pretty good here. And Kamani seems to be really good at evading. He has a 3225 stat line. Let's see if we can get this closer. 3225 stat line. And then he has a quick action where he can engage an exhausted enemy. And so we're going to be taking some cards that help or give you benefits when you're engaged with exhausted enemies. And then whenever you attempt to evade an exhausted non-elite enemy. So a lot of qualifiers there, but you're trying to evade an already exhausted enemy. Add your book to the attempt. If you succeed by X, discard that enemy, where X is equal to that enemy's remaining health. So we have a little bit of counters here as well. And whereas Daryl is over here trying to get us our clues, Kamani is going to come in and do the security specialist thing and try and, protect everybody else on the expedition. He has a grappling hook. So this action is performed using grappling hook. Do not provoke attacks of opportunity. For 2 actions, we can exhaust grappling hook, take up to 3 different basic actions from the following list in any order. Engage, evade, investigate, or move. If you investigate, use your feet instead of your book. So this also helps Daryl find some of those clues. Because he has that 5 feet, we're going to be bumping that up with a couple of cards. Ideally, he won't need to find too many clues, but he can help out when needed. The other nice thing here is that he has that 3 brain, and so we effectively doubled. So we went from 3 to 5, so almost doubled our entire brain power in the game. His deck building requirements, and this is the other reason why I went ahead and grabbed Kamani, is that he can take rogue cards level 0 to 5, tool cards 0 to 4. And what we'll do here is we'll run a little query on Arkham DB to kind of see what some of those tool cards are, because I want that's just a really easy way to see what's available. But then also he gets 5 additional experience whenever he starts a campaign, which is nice because we are already in game 3, which Daryl has accumulated less than 5 experience. So we'll see what we got there. But I am also very open to deck building suggestions, as I am not the greatest deck builder of all time. But actually, I'm not even close to a good deck builder. But what we want to do and how we want to do this, that's what we're going to be figuring out today. We do want to go ahead and grab pickpocketing. So after you evade an enemy, exhaust pickpocketing, you can draw a card. We're going to grab 2 of these just for consistency of draw, but we will be evading a good number of enemies throughout this campaign. And so let's go ahead and just grab that because it's good. We had this in our not old, but in our Finn deck as well. And I think these decks are going to look a little similar between the two. But let's take a look and see if there's anything that has to deal with exhausted enemies. So hey, Static Noise, thank you for the resubscription. You're amazing. 2 months, awesome. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Happy Wednesday. You're awesome. Alrighty. Okay, so we could also grab like sneak by when this action begins, gain 2 resources to give a little bit of that resource bump. Also, before we forget, because I did this last time, I want to add in our skill cards before we start rounding out the deck. And so I just that was an issue last time. I thought that I kind of built the deck and I was like, oh shoot, I need these skill cards. So let's go ahead and grab those. It's gonna be like unexpected courage, manual dexterity, and potentially guts here. Oh, where did I put unexpected courage? Okay. Was I trying to be smart and put cards that I thought I would use? I did. That's what I did. Yeah, so we got a couple of cards that I just held onto thinking that I would potentially like them. So Trenchcoat, Disguise, Manual Dexterity, Unexpected Courage, and Emergency Cash. So we'll go ahead and just grab these. Trenchcoat gives you +1 feet during evasion attempts, which is also how we are going to be. That's our offensive stat now. It's not just a defensive stat with Kamani. That's actually how you can take out enemies. We got Disguise, so it comes with 4 supplies. Spin 1 supply, evade, you get +2, and if you succeed and it's non-elite, they don't ready until the next round. And then, like I was saying, we got manual dexterity, unexpected courage, we got emergency cash, and because we have a 3 brain, let's go ahead and grab a guts. The brain has been an issue, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of copies of guts. Oh, there's just 1. These are the cards that if you use... I also don't know where I put my... I'm using the Phantom sleeves. I thought I saved them somewhere. These are Phantom, but I don't know where, because these are all the Paladin. This is one of the things, and I don't recommend using different types of sleeves in the same... Oh, there they are. In the same like game. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to get a lot of use out of some of these sleeves because a sleeve review is coming. I know sneak attack from that other game. Are you gonna sneak attack Ashcan Pete? Ooh, sneak attack Ashcan Pete. That would be pretty cool. I think, is there a sneak attack in Arkham Horror? I assume there is. That's not the right sleeve. How is this Starry doing today? Okay, so that puts us at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, almost halfway through with the deck build already. Okay. We got Lone Wolf, Liquid Courage, choose Investigator to heal 1 horror. Then that Investigator takes Bring 2 if the test succeed. Heal additional 1 horror if the test fails. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. Embezzled Treasure is always fun. Kicking the Hornet's Nest. Non-elite enemy spawn and engaged with you. Then discover 1 clue at your location and gain X resources where X is that enemy's health value. Shuffle the encounter deck. That's interesting. I don't think we're going to have an issue with finding enemies, but it's interesting. Fast play when an enemy attacks you. Evade. Put an item... There's sleight of hand. It's almost like sneak attack. Put an item card in your hand at the end of your turn. If that asset is still in play, return it to your hand. We do have tool cards also, so we can take tool cards outside of our aspect up to level 4, which is pretty... Oh, here's sneak attack. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah, sneak attack. Deal 2 damage to an exhausted enemy at your location. I like it. If we are running that direction, we probably do want to make sure that we have a way to get good money. We also have slip away. I do want sneak by. And kind of the direction that I'm going with this deck build is I want to build the deck as if it was level 0 and then look to just upgrade it normally. We may change once we start looking at some of the item cards, but yeah. Where's sneak attack? There it is. Has anyone played Kamani before? Hey, Maddie, I guess there's new meat for the Forgotten Age. Yeah. The Forgotten Age is, the grinder that the investigators get put up against. But I'm curious if anyone has played Kamani before and what they think of this gator. Also, I love the term gator. Like, a lot of people will call investigators gators, and I think that's amazing. I love that. So, we got sneak by, which is going to help with that resource generation. It's an evade action. When the attempt begins, you get 2 resources. So, just turn in some cards into some resources there. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to make stacks of 10. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 more cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the item cards. I am also all ears if people have suggestions for item cards that Kamani would like. Also, slip away. It does not ready during your next upkeep phase. That's so good. That's so good. But choose an unengaged enemy at your location. Test book X, where X is the evade value. If you succeed, discover. That's a cool. Eavesdrop is a cool card. I don't think it works for Kamani, but it's a really interesting card. Oh yeah, we also need our buddies to hang out with us. Our allies. We got Lonnie giving us +1 fight. That's probably not what we need. Joey, spend 1 resource. Choose an item asset in your hand and play it by paying its cost. Since we can take tool cards, and I believe most of the tool cards are going to be items, then that could be really interesting there. Joey also has a really nice soak of 3/2, so he could take a lot of the damage away from us, which would be nice. If we are doing that, we need a way to get more money, though. I'm afraid that overpaying for those resources is going to be an issue. We got some item tools. I guess we don't really need to look at tools here. Actually, you know what? It's kind of funny, as I think that the pocket multi-tool, the one that has tool in its name, is actually a tool. The one that Daryl has. We're not going to take it from Daryl, but I think it's kind of funny that you could run. Yeah, item tool. The customizable. That'd be kind of interesting. Okay. Let's take a... You know what? We're just gonna do it old school. Item melee, item tome, item tool, lantern, investigate. No. Gravediggers fight, you get +2 for the fight. You get -1 +2. Rabbit's foot. After you fail a skill test, exhaust Rabbit's foot to draw a card. Oh wait, no, we're looking for tools, not items. Oops. Okay, let's just go to the front of the binder. We're going to be taking and seeing if there's any tools. I really don't think there's going to be any tools that I'm looking for in the investigator or in the seeker aspect, but we have the magnifying glass, which we do not need. We got the dissection tools. After an enemy at your location is defeated, place 1 resource as evidence. While it has 1 or more evidence, you get +1. That's interesting. Dissection tools is really interesting. So the problem is that Kamani discards the enemy, does not defeat the enemy with his ability. When you attempt to evade, discard, so that would not trigger the tool response. After an enemy is defeated, place one resource as evidence. I like it. I think that that's interesting. I would have to figure out a way to defeat enemies rather than evade and then discard. So we'll keep it in mind, but let's hop over to. Ooh, I wonder if there's any. I feel like mystics wouldn't use tools. Item charms, spells, clothing. Yeah, mystics don't feel like a tool class. We already looked at that, so let's look at our guardians. I feel like guardians could have some interesting tools. Talents, allies, weapons, firearms, weapons. Okay, nope. Item. Okay, just kidding. No tools for the blue class. At least, I guess I could look in the upgraded um or the level 1 cards. I guess we can start doing that because we do have 5 experience that we are starting with, so we can kind of start looking and build. But apparently guardians don't use tools. So that I want to take a look at the survivor cards. I like survivor cards. I feel like survivor cards are really fun. Ice pick, fast during a skill test while fighting or investigating. You get +1 for the test. Don't think that I'm fighting or investigating too frequently. Fortunate, fortune. There are less tools than I was expecting, honestly. Tool, fire extinguisher, already. Fight, you get +1 fight and +1 damage for the attack. And automatically evade all enemies engaged with you. You can exile a fire extinguisher instead of discarding it. Nah. Ice pick 3 during a skill test while fighting or investigating. Eh. Old keyring. Investigate. Don't need that. Ooh, the chainsaw. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay, so the chainsaw is a tool. Spend one supply's fight. You get +2 and deal +2 damage. If the attack fails, place one supply on chainsaw or deal 1 damage to the attacked enemy. Oh, interesting. Probably not what we want, but it's a fun card. We got the sledgehammer. Fight. You get +1 fight, deal +1 damage. For 3 actions, fight. You get +5 and deal +5 damage. Oh, that's that's really fun. We can take tools up to level 4, so we are going to be capped out there. That's really funny. The sledgehammer, 3 actions to just completely obliterate something. Let's take a look and see. I feel like Leo De Luca could also be an interesting pickup for us. So he gives you an additional action every turn. He costs 6, or the upgraded level 1 version cost 5. And if we're doing that, I still think that we need a little bit more money income. When you play an illicit card during your turn, exhaust fence, the illicit card gains fast. If it's already fast, reduce it by 1. I don't think we're doing really any illicit stuff. Disguise is illicit. Pickpocketing is illicit. We could lean into illicit stuff. We kind of did the illicit thing last time, and it didn't work out too well for us. Oh, the red clock is fun. So it's exceptional. So it costs us um, four experience to buy. After your turn begins, either place one charge here or take all the charges here as resources. If it has exactly one charge, you get +3 skill value for your next skill test. Two charges, you can move up to 2 times. With 3 charges, you may take an additional action this turn. That's kind of cool. Pickpocketing fast. Ooh, I kind of like the upgraded pickpocket here. So the upgraded pickpocket, it becomes fast, so it does not take an action to play. And it says after you evaded an enemy you exhaust, you can either draw a card or gain a resource. So that could help us with our resource. And if we succeed by 2 or more, we get to do both. I think that's a serious consideration. And then we can lean a little bit more expensive when we're looking at some of the cards that we're picking up. But that's cool. That's really interesting. Oh, ooh, dirty fighting. While attempting parlaying or attempting to evade an exhausted enemy. There we go. After you evade the enemy, discard exhaust dirty fighting, take a fight action against that enemy. Going no, never mind. Because if we're evading an exhausted enemy, we're probably discarding them instead. So we don't need that. Dang, I got really excited when I saw that. There's I like it's funny to like look at this and just like I don't have a good knowledge um of these cards. We got the Lucky Cigarette case. After you succeeded a skill test by 1 or more, exhaust Lucky Cigarette. Search the top X cards where X is the amount you succeeded by. Interesting. The Black Fan, we cannot afford that. Hot Streak, gain 10 resources. That's a way to fix it. Um, I'm really kind of thinking that this upgraded pickpocket is going to be a nice grab for us. That would give us one, if we go 2 of those, that would give us one additional resource that we could spend on something. We could go. We could grab one upgraded Leo and one non-upgraded Leo and have that, and we have a lot of ways to get money at that point. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and grab the upgraded pickpocket. Nope, not that stack. Just grab 2 copies of that. Then I kind of like Leo. I think just having that additional action feels so good. Let's put pickpocket back where it goes before I forget. Perfect. Okay. We could go Lone Wolf. Do we need a way to fight? I don't know if we do. Because we have the ability to evade and discard, which is I guess we're in trouble with elite enemies. I think we're going to be in trouble with elite enemies regardless. So there is that. What are our Yeah, let's take a look at our um customizable card. We purchase friends in low places, choose and record a trait on its upgrade sheet. Look at the top 10 cards or 6 cards. Okay, so you can find cards with friends in low places. Play only after one of the following conditions is met. You succeed a skill test by 3 or more. Immediately take an action as if it was your turn, or the agenda or acts advances. You can add up to like location enters player revealed, an enemy engages you, so it's just giving you additional actions. And then damning testimony is an investigate. Nah. Okay. Let's grab Leo. Let's grab one upgraded Leo. Or the cat burglar is not bad. Exhaust cat burglar, disengage from each enemy engaged with you, move to a connecting location. It does not provoke attacks of opportunity. It's also a 2/2 soak, and he gives me +1 feet. I don't actually know if I need the +1 feet. But let's find ways to increase our feet value. We have the +1 during evasion attempts with the trench coat. We have hard knocks, which is a way that we can sink resources into pumping our feet up. There's really not a. It doesn't look like there's just a base increase your feet by 1, at least here. Do we have any items, level 0 items that do it for Survivor? I feel like there could be. Nope. Alrighty. Let's hop over to our basic cards and see if there's anything over here that we want. Those are expensive basic cards. We don't want those. Okay. Anyone play Oathsworn into the Deepwood yet? And maybe I knew. I have not. I've never even played Oathsworn. We may want to bring like painkillers or smoking pipe. I feel like yeah, I feel like we have issues with damage. We have no healing. Wait, is the med kit or whatever first aid? No, there's science and talent. Ugh. I was hoping that was an item or a tool. Add your feat value to your skill test for the attack. We're gonna grab you handle this one just because if we can pass those skill tests off to Daryl, who can spend resources to help him, that could help prepare us or help us a little bit. Got 6 more cards left. Um, we may just take Lone Wolf. Like there are a number of times where we're not. Let's just grab one copy of Lone Wolf. Oh, and then also we need some of those fancy skill cards from Rogue. Opportunist. Double the difficulty of the skill test. If this skill test is successful, resolve the effects of the successful test twice. Calculated risk gains 1 for each action you have performed this turn. After this test ends in your turn, for each point you succeed by, after resolving, you may immediately move to a connecting location to a maximum of 3 times. Nimble seems pretty good. Daredevil. After you commit Daredevil, discard a card from the top of your deck until you discard a rogue card. You can commit to the test. Commit it. Shuffle each weakness. That doesn't seem that great. If the skill test is successful by 2 or more, after it resolves, you may immediately take an action as if it was your turn. This action does not count towards the number of actions you can take each turn. New deck. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, Nines. We lost Finn last time. If this skill test is successful during an evasion attempt, the next time the evaded enemy takes damage this turn, deal 1 additional damage. Commit only to a skill test you're performing. If you succeed by 1 or more, gain twice that. Spend up to 3 resources. If you succeed by 1 or more, gain twice that many resources. Okay, that's interesting. Watch, this is fun. Spend up to 3 resources. If you succeed by 1 or more, gain twice that many resources. I kind of just want to go with, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to try watch this. It sounds fun enough. Nimble was probably better, but watch this just seems fun. It also has a brain on it, so that could help us. Nines, do you have any suggestions for cool tool cards for Kamani to bring? 2, 4, 6, 7. Daring Maneuver is interesting. I'm out of here. Maybe nice, actually. What is Hard Knocks? Hard Knocks is kind of interesting. That's an asset. This needs to be over here. Spend 1 supply. Choose investigate your location to heal 1 horror. Then they test brain 2. If they succeed, heal 1 additional horror. I do think we need some healing. I'm not familiar with Kamani just yet. Didn't get into it. I've heard people don't like the there's really we were looking earlier and there's not a ton of tools for him to splash. So we're just going to go hefty into the evading. Rogues have a good number of ways to investigate stuff. We could go Thieves Kit. We could go 2 copies of Thieves Kit. We got 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't think we have a hand slot yet, actually. So if we go Thieves Kit, it's another way to just kind of potentially get some more resources, right? You pay 3, you can get up to 6. So it could be a nice way to also just help out with some of the the clue finding. And we got one more. Let's go lucky cigarette case. After you succeed at a skill test by 2 or more, we can exhaust it and draw a card. Drawing cards are good. Yeah, no next slots yet. Yeah, let's just go that. Okay, there you go. We also have 1 experience to spend for Daryl. I'm not 100% sure if there's something that I absolutely need for 1 experience. Hiking boots? Did I get hiking boots? I did. I have 1 copy of hiking boots in our deck now. Um, but like, I'm wondering if we just bank the resource or bank the skill or experience point. Jeez. And hopefully build up and get something nicer if we can survive through this. Yeah, let's do that. Also just looking, I don't think I actually ever looked at tool cards in the higher surgical kit. When one of your card effects heals damage from an investigator, spend 1 supply. Either that effect heals 1 additional damage or you draw 1 card and heal 1 horror. That's a tool. That could be kind of interesting. As 2 actions, you can heal 3 damage from an investigator or ally. That's interesting. Surgical kit we could take a look at and build in Kamani into like a healer build as well. That's something to think about. Yeah, I think we're just gonna bank. Okay. Weakness time. Those are the up. Those are like the weaknesses that like um upgrade into themselves. Okay, something not horrible. I did stream. Hey, Weary. It was just a really short stream. I streamed yesterday. I did Final Girl yesterday. Yeah, we did the first ever scenario of Final Girl, which was Hans the Butcher at Camp Happy Trails. It was a good time, but it was really short. It didn't take too long. I had I had a busy day yesterday, so okay, this is it. Indebted. You start each game with 2 fewer resources. It's not awful. I don't want that though, right? Like for someone who needs a lot of resources, and I guess like we have a lot of ways to get resources. We're starting with 3 instead of 5, but at least it's not in our deck, right? Like we have at least that we know that we're getting hindered right there at the beginning and not anytime else. But okay. Did we take? We did. We're only rogue cards and I guess basics, but we didn't even use the. We didn't even use his splash. I was. Oh, you were keeping an eye out. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. It was 10 a.m. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm gonna. We'll play Final Girl again. I got a lot of Final Girl that I have not played yet. Those are not the right sleeves. Oh yeah, we have Agent Fletcher, who is our um weakness. He's alert, he's a hunter. He preys on Kamani only, and while he is evading Agent Fletcher, reduce their uh book to 0. Interesting. Oh, because when you're attempting to evade, that makes sense. Alrighty. Also, I did the whole thing where I forgot to read um the interlude again. I didn't realize that there were going to be so many interludes in this game. Oh, I guess we could tick a box here on one of our upgrades. You run out of cards in your hand. Out of the following criteria, you are dealt damage or horror. At the following criteria, you discard a treachery or an enemy from play. You enter a location with 3 or more shroud. I feel like the field research entering a location with 3 or more shroud is probably going to be fairly easy to hit. Peer review would be nice. We could start sinking into that. I don't really think that we need pocket multi-tool for. You get +1 additional skill value if this skill test is on a treachery during an attack, evasion. Okay, so I'm thinking that we may do the 3 or more shroud. We may just jump that field research in there. Then our empirical hype, or our, what is it called? Our empirical hypothesis. We can choose, and we can force that as a choice. Spend 3 evidence. We don't want to do that. Spend 2. We don't want to do that. After you exhaust empirical hypothesis, you may resolve its forced effect, choosing a criteria you have not chosen this round, then ready it. That's interesting. We can only take secret cards up to level 2, and the customizable cards are level equal to half the number of check marks on them. So alternative hypothesis would be the only thing that we could check. So I think I would rather do field research and potentially peer review at some point. Yeah, let's go ahead and just spend the resource on field research. Okay, you can do that. Boom. We don't need multi-tool. I zoomed out a little bit more just so that we'd have a little bit of space. Hopefully everybody can still see kind of what's going on. Hey Lucas, how's it going? Good morning. But let's read some interludes. Check your campaign log. If the investigators recovered the Relic of Ages, read Expedition End 1. Friday, July 17th, 1925. We have finally made it back to Arkham. Our expedition a, quote, success. Alejandro is excited to report his findings to the university. How he maintains his starry-eyed idealism after the hell we went through in the jungle is beyond me. His attention is fixated on the strange relic that we discovered in the ruins. I wish we knew a little bit more about the artifact's origins. It unsettles me greatly. It hums all the time and pulses with otherworldly energy I can scarcely describe. As we travel home with the artifact in tow, our nights were plagued by bizarre nightmares, dreams of other worlds and civilizations. Alejandro wants to bring the relic to the Miskatonic Museum to put it on display, along with the other Aziti artifacts we discover. My feelings are mixed. At the museum, we will receive proper care, and historians will be able to study it and perhaps even discern its purpose. However, I feel like the relic may be too dangerous for the public. After all, we still have no idea what the damn thing even is. Alejandro would hate it, but perhaps we should better keep the relic somewhere safe, where Harlan and I can study it in private. I'll have to decide tonight. After tomorrow, there won't be time to change my mind. Also, I totally forgot to grab the relic. It would be in Kamani's deck. So it's an asset. I was hoping that we could see a little bit of it and see if it was worth hanging on to, if it was like give us a benefit. But it's a 2-cost asset. It has 3 wilds on it. But we are choosing to either hang on to it or throw it into the museum. I honestly think we're just going to throw this into the museum. I don't want to hold on to anything that came out of that hellscape that we call that we just came out of. So let's go ahead and it belongs in a museum. Alejandro and the museum staff will be able to study and learn more about his purpose. I'm not 100% sure I trust Alejandro, but here we are. Okay, Expeditions in 2. Sunday, July 17th, 1925. I've decided to give custody of the relic to Alejandro. The entire expedition was based on his research after all. He should be the one to study it. If anyone can discover the relic's secrets, it's him. The relic is to be the centerpiece of a new exhibit at the museum. Alejandro has already written extensively about our discoveries, but his work has only just begun. Many mysteries about our expedition remain. How have the Aziti people remained undiscovered for so long? Why did they appear to be guarding the jungle? And from what? Who really built the temple ruins we explored? I have no doubt Alejandro will uncover the answers to these questions given enough time. As for me, my role in this endeavor has ended. I hope I don't have to. I, I hope that I still get to. I don't want to build another deck. I like Daryl. My endeavor has ended. However, I have yet to relax. My thoughts are constantly in the jungle, serpentine figures in the shadows, and obsidian arrows embedded in skeletal bodies, malformed voices shrieking in the cavernous depths. When I walk through the streets, I find myself drawn towards the museum without realizing it, as though it possessed to see the relic once again. There's a nagging sensation in the back of my mind, as though we have forgotten something important. What must I do to rid myself of the journey? Entry ends abruptly. Record in your campaign log that the investigators gave custody of the relic to Alejandro. I'm gonna start going over here and doing this on my side because I get tired of going back and looking for it again. Gave custody. Okay. Recording your campaign log that the investigators have earned Alejandro's trust. If it's not already an investigator's deck, any one investigator may choose to add Alejandro to their deck. Alrighty, so we have to find Alejandro. I assume he's probably in the first set. The Untamed Wilds, maybe? Yeah. Alejandro. So 2-cost ally. You have +1 skill value while investigating an ancient location. If you are in an ancient location, we can exhaust him. He's going to go right into Daryl's deck because Daryl's going to be doing the majority of the investigating. And then also, if we get +1 skill value while investigating that location, then we can get the empirical hypothesis even better. So that's cool. Okay. He's fighting some ally slots here and there, but I think we can start just being more ruthless on who we're assigning damage to and cycle those allies a little bit more frequently. Add 1 token to the chaos bag, which reminds me, I need to get my chaos bag. And all my tokens. Also, these tokens that we're using through this campaign are from Luxury Playstyle. They were kind enough to send me a review copy. They are gorgeous, and that's what we're using here. These over here are by the same token, but everything else, these metal fancy ones, are from Luxury Playstyle. And then my Chaos tokens, I actually do not remember where I got them, but I like them. They're like I don't even know what they are. They're like acrylic something. I'll add that to the bag. Because the bag isn't mean enough already. Skip to Expedition End 4. You drop your pen as a loud knocking at the door startles you and you jump to your feet. It's almost 2:30 in the morning. Who could possibly be at your door at this hour? Your thoughts wander again to the jungle. You are faced with a vision of serpentine creatures attacking you in your own home. Shuddering, you find a weapon and approach the front door carefully, ready to strike if need be. You take a long breath and open the door. On the other side is a familiar woman with brown skin, long hair, and piercing yellow eyes set in a hard glare. Though her attires change, you recognize her instantly as Ichtaka, the Zituli warrior you encountered in the rainforest. Wearing a long coat and Bowman head, she is visibly uncomfortable in her shoes. Her jaw is set in anger. You are about to raise your weapon in defense when she lets out a heavy sigh and walks over the threshold of your own home, shutting the front door behind her. Whatever you did, you have to reverse it, or we'll all cease to exist. Honestly, I feel like that. I'm having a feeling that I already read that. I love your Pokemon pack. Yeah, thanks. I picked this up at Gen Con a couple years ago. I was like, this is a fun Chaos token bag. I have no idea where my Chaos bag went. I got it from like the revised core set. I have moved. I have rearranged. I have looked everywhere I could think to look. I have no idea where that bag went. I was using a bag from Quest of Quedlinburg for a while. And then I was like, I'm just going to buy a new bag. Scenario 3, Threads of Fate. The night passes with Ichtaka remaining in your living room. You get no sleep for the remainder of the night, though your thoughts drifting between concern and disbelief. Her story is preposterous, but you feel compelled to believe her nonetheless. You've known that the relic from the Azitili ruins has some deeper purpose, and ever since you first laid eyes on it, when you emerge from the bedroom the next morning, your uninvited guest is sitting at your dining room table, arms crossed tightly across her chest. Her piercing eyes trace your every move like a bird watching prey. No pleasantries were exchanged. Where's the relic now? She asked impatiently. What have you brought? What have you brought? Where have you brought it? Jeez. You explain that it's safe in good hands. She shakes her head, her knuckles white with frustration. I assure you it is not. The investigators gave custody of the relic to Alejandro, or if Alejandro discovered the relic of Elegies, proceed to intro 2. Setting aside your many questions for the time being, you call your contact at the Mistotonic University Museum. Despite the early hour, Dr. Horowitz should be at her office preparing for the long day ahead of her. The operator connects you after a short delay. Ellie gives you an unusually curt greeting, her voice crackling and unsteady. As soon as you ask about the relic, she scoffs. Not you too. Mr. Walstead is practically knocking down my office door, and 2 reporters have been harassing me all morning. You ask what the trouble is, and she lets out a long sigh. The relic is missing, she explains. None of the security guards... I should have seen that coming. None of the security guards know what happened. One minute it was in the display place, and then next it was gone, and before you ask, no, Mr. Vela is nowhere to be found. Suddenly she is yelling at another party. One moment, please, I'm on the telephone. She apologizes to you tersely and hangs up a moment later. Nelson, all over. Nelson loves all. Very true. Sure enough, Alejandro is not answering his telephone, and none of the other associates have seen him since yesterday. Believe me now, Ichitaka asked, rising to her feet and gathering her things. We've wasted enough time. Find this relic and meet me back here tonight. Don't follow me. The lead investigator must choose. You're not going anywhere until you tell me what's going on, or have it your way and skip to act. I kind of want to know what's going on. Yeah. Ichitaka grits her teeth and pauses. You expect her to refuse and leave without answering your question, but surprisingly she relents. According to Ichitaka, her people have spent ages protecting the relic from interlopers who would use it for nefarious purposes. She speaks cryptically in half-riddles and tales, although she refuses to explain where her people come from and how they have remained hidden for so long. When pressed about the relic, all she says is that it controls the flow of time, that it must not be tampered with. It must return to its rightful place, she explained. Her gaze is relentless, unwavering. Do you understand? It cannot fall into the wrong hands. If you help me recover it, I will aid you in your return. Just promise me you will not use it. Remember that you listen to Ichitaka's tale, and then add one bad token, one cultist token to the bag. Man, we're just like flooding this bag. Also, the interlude last week, I gave too much physical trauma. And I knowing that Daryl already, or that Finn died, I don't want to go back and say that Finn was the one who received the trauma, not Daryl. I gave it to both characters, but it needed to only be on one of the characters. And so in order to just not like metagame it too much, we're gonna just go ahead and say that Daryl was that lookout, and therefore he's the one who took the trauma. We listened to Ichitaka's tale. Skip to setup. Boom, boom, setup. So we gather all the cards. Boom. When gathering the Midnight Mask, we only gather a couple of the cards. And then before drawing your opening hands... Jeez. There's so many locations and like acts in this. There's so many. Oh, you love this scenario. Awesome. Cool. Okay, good. And then we have our... Oh no, where did it go? Oh, yeah, Return to the Threads of Fate. So we're gathering the Return to set, and we also are subbing out the Dark Cult with the new cult. Set the Velda Wheatley Whitsley story asset outside out of play. There's so many cards. It is kind of cool because we're using like the locations from the second scenario in the game. So that's pretty cool. There's Velda. Search the collection in each player's deck for Alejandro Vela and the Relic of Ages and set them aside out of play. Okay, so we don't get Alejandro. So Alejandro is going to go hang out elsewhere. Put Northside, Downtown, Easttown, Miskatonic University, Rivertown, Velma's Diner, and the Curiosity Shop into play. Each investigator begins play at Rivertown. Okay, so it was Easttown, Northside, Rivertown, Miskatonic, Downtown, Velma's Diner, and the Curiosity Shop. They say Town Hall. Nope. Set the Town Hall location, the Ishtaka asset, and the Expedition Journal outside out of play. It's Forgotten Guardian, the Expedition Journal outside out of play. Boom. Alrighty. And then okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and set this up because I'm gonna have a hard time picturing this because I always do. Oh, I should have. I don't have the core book. I need the core book for the. I guess north is gonna be up north. That'd be my guess. Um, Downtown is connected to north side. East Town is connected to downtown. Let's put that on the east side of everything. Rivertown is connected to East Town. Then Rivertown is probably here. Miskatonic University is here. The shop is connected to north side and only north side. North side is connected to the shop. Okay, perfect. There you go. And then Velma's Diner. Easttown is connected to Velma's Diner. Arkham Horror needs to do a collaboration with Ghostbusters. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Oh, I need Kamani. I need Kamani's token. I'm sure there are some out there. Has anyone seen any like deluxeified versions of the investigator cards? The new bonus connected to the East Town. Sorry, that's funny. Okay. Adjust the contents of each act deck as noted in the column under the 3 acts 3 threads. Jeez, okay. Continue on the reverse side. The encounter set contains a 4th GH act deck. Adjust the contents of the GH act deck. Okay, so let's do AB first. Then we are going to have this here. Doing acts. I think our agenda is set though. Go. Agenda there. Scenario contains 3 different act decks, an A, B, a C, D, and E, F. Each one of those act decks is constructed separately in numerical order as usual. During the course of the scenario, all 3 of these act decks will be in play, and the players choose which acts to pursue and which to... Oh, that's really cool. The text of all 3 acts is considered active at all times. You may not have time to accomplish all 3 tasks, so choose wisely which you will pursue. That means we will not have time. You may not have time in this game means you do not have time. Okay, so Act 1A. Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe, I don't... AB. Okay, so there are the A's. These are G's. Here are C's. E's. Are bees on the backside? Bees are on the backside. Okay. Each of those decks is constructed separately. Adjust the contents of A, B deck as follows. If Alejandro recovered the Relic of Ages or the investigators gave custody, remove the following cards. A, B deck. Harlan is in danger. Both copies of Harlan's Curse. And one of the 2 copies of At the Museum at random. At the exhibit at random. Okay. This is a cool setup. This is a really cool setup. We'll read all of these here in a second. Okay, so the investigators must choose the following option and adjust CD. If you wish to go to the police and inform them about Alejandro's disappearance, remove the following cards. If you wish to look for Alejandro on your own, remove the following act cards from the CD deck. Ooh, that's interesting. Do we want to go to... I feel like we have done some things that we don't necessarily want the police to be involved in. Let's go ahead and look for him on our own. So we're going to remove the missing person. Both copies of At the Station. And the 2 copies of Friends in High Places. And one of the 2 copies of Friends in High Places at random. This is nifty. This is nifty. And then we've got EF. If you listen to Ichitaka's tale, remove the following cards from EF. Trial of Huntress. Both copies of the Cave of Darkness. And one of the strange relics at random. We're going to go up because we need some space. Or else Kamani doesn't get to play assets ever. There's a lot. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It just feels like, yeah, because there's so much story within this one scenario, which is really cool. And then this encounter set contains a 4th set. Adjust the contents. The investigators must decide if you wish to find the source name in the advertiser's story, or if you wish to find the root of the problem. Let's find the root of the problem. We're going to search for the source. We're going to pull that out. Both copies of Seeking Trouble. And one of the 2 copies of Overgrown Estate at random. This is cool. Okay, fun. Shuffle the rest of the encounter cards. And we're ready to begin. Okay. I'm excited about this. This is fun. So let's do the agenda as we're shuffling. You have 3 tasks before you. 4 tasks before you. And we're actually, you know what, we're gonna set this like this. Just so we're not as crowded. I think we're gonna move everything a little bit over. Yeah, zooming out really helps with how much space we have here. We can resign here. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you've gathered. So we could resign at any time, at least for the first 6. We've got Act 1. Yeah. Okay, so Act 1A. The Ezekili relic was last seen as a display case at its exhibit in the Miskatonic Museum. Ichitaka fears that the relic could be used for terrible purposes if left in the wrong hands. You must recover it. Only investigators at the Miskatonic University can spin the requisite number of clues to advance. This is going to be cool. You got search for Alejandro. You've decided to search for Alejandro on your own, believing that you'll have a better shot at finding him without involving the police. His hotel is in Easttown, so you begin your search. We can only spend clues in Easttown. We got the search for the meaning. You decide to head to the estate of Marshal Hastings to learn more about the strange happenings mentioned in the advertiser's article. Perhaps this new development can shed light on other recent troubles. Only investigators at Rivertown can spend the requisite number of clues to advance. And then the Garden's Inquiry. Ichitaka tells you that she saw several Ezekili artifacts on sale at the strange shop near the northwestern edge of the city. She wants to head that direction to investigate further. We can only spend clues in north side to advance. Okay. Where did where did it say we started? Probably downtown, right? Rivertown. Okay. I took these out as sleeves after my first couple because I was like, I can't see. So this comes in and has 2 clues on it. It has a Shroud of One. In Arkham. Yeah. In Arkham Horror, is there a lot of replayability? Yeah, absolutely there is. Absolutely there is. There's so many different paths you can take on any of the stories. I can never get this stupid thing straight. That's better. Okay. I feel the scenarios are no, absolutely not. Yeah, I don't feel that way. Do you like so why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? I feel like there are so many resolutions, so many paths, so many like the way that you play the scenario can affect the different ways that future ones can play. That's why I love Marvel Champions. They are more like skirmishes, yeah. I yeah, I like Arkham a lot. I think that it's definitely different than Marvel, but I really like the um like the storytelling. I've only ever played through Night of the Zealot and Dunwich multiple times, but I have seen different parts of the story each time I've played through them. And then also playing through Dunwich again, Night of the Zealot too, I guess, but playing through Dunwich again really helps with like, okay, like can we try and optimize and do better? Because I think the first time I didn't win. And so, alrighty. Kamani is going to start with 3 resources because he's indebted. And then Daryl is going to start with 5. We're going to have Daryl be our lead investigator now that Finn is dead. Daryl's got a impromptu barrier, Dr. Mailson, old keyring, research notes, ooh, and a captivating discovery. So captivating discovery, search the top 6 cards of our deck, research notes. We're going to take research notes, captivating discovery, Dr. Mailson. We're going to pass on the barrier and the keyring. I'm going to get a pocket multi-tool, beautiful, and a unexpected courage. I will take that. I like that. A lot of good stuff there. Did you have enough XP to get a press pass for Daryl? How much is press pass? I had 1 XP. So I don't think so. I think the press pass was 2 or 3, right? I think it's 2. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more experience coming out, but last scenario was brutal. We lost investigator. We took trauma. I think go and check. I think it's 2 and 1. It's 1 and 2. Okay. Yeah, so boom, trauma. Yeah, so we came out. I don't think we actually took any more trauma for Daryl, but we because Daryl escaped, we lost an investigator and only got 1 experience. It was a tough look for us. We got a lone wolf. We got watch this, emergency cash, trench coat, and another emergency cash. We could just go crazy on the resource. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Let's do that. We can go lone wolf, trench coat. We're gonna mulligan the watch this into a Leo de Luca. I like it. Okay, okay, that's a nice start. That's a pretty nice start right there. I'll take it. What do we want to do? What do we want to do for? Do we want to go search for Alejandro, search for the relic, go for the Guardian's Inquiry, or search for the meaning? Anyone have any input on what we need, what we should do? I think this first turn is going to be a little bit of building. We'll go ahead and take Kamani's turn here. We're going to use an emergency cash to get 3 money. Follow your heart. That sounds like it's coming from someone who knows that I could die really easily. So emergency cash is 2. We will go ahead and spend 5 to play Leo De Luca. And we get 1 additional action this turn. We'll spend 1 to play Lone Wolf, just in case we can get out of there and start farming resources that way. Takes us down to 1. Honestly, we may move. And then we could keep Daryl at Rivertown. Also, oh wait, we don't have Empirical Hypothesis out yet. Then we have Trenchcoat and Emergency Cash, which we can play with next turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and move up here to Easttown. While you're in Easttown, reduce the cost of each ally asset you play by 2. Of course you do that. Of course you do that. That comes in with 2 after I spent all my money. Alrighty. Nice. We're going to move indebted just for table space considerations. Take us down to 0. Okay. I think right now we don't need to make the call. We need we need clues, but we don't have to choose what we're doing right now. Daryl over here. Let's go ahead and spend 1 to play Dr. Milson. We'll spend 1 to play Research Notes. So after a player card places 1 or more of your clues on your location, place that many research resources as evidence. Then we can test book 0 for each point you succeed by. You can spend 1 evidence to discover a clue. And Daryl is kind of built around placing clues on a location for a benefit. And so that's going to help. Dr. Milson allows us to place clues to, whenever you draw an encounter card, we can exhaust it, place 1 of your clues, cancel the drawing of that card, and shuffle it back into the deck. I think here, we're actually going to go for clues because so much of this is built around having clues. And so I think I want a clue rather than spending my last action of, drawing a pocket knife. So let's actually just search Rivertown. We're going to go 5 to 1. We got a star. Hey, check that out. Place 1 evidence on an asset counter. I think this is the first time I've drawn a star for Daryl. So we get a clue. And then we're going to place 1 evidence counter here on Daryl's Kodak. Honestly, we could place it on research notes. Let's do that. The research notes assets are more valuable because we can use them to either reduce a skill test by 2 or spend it to try and get some clues. So perfect. Okay, there's 0. Enemies, no enemies. So we'll go into the refresh phase. We'll unexhaust everything. We'll get our actions. We will get a money. I love these tokens. They're so nice. Get a money. We'll draw. Unexpected Courage. We'll draw into you handle this one. Top of the round, we're going to place a Doom here on 3 Fates. Kamani. Oh no, Daryl is now our lead investigator. Daryl is going to go with Brotherhood Acolyte. Spawn at the location with the most cultist enemies. Aloof. After a Brotherhood Acolyte enters play, place 1 Doom on each other cultist enemy at its location. It is aloof. We may throw it on Kamani. After a Brotherhood Acolyte enters play, place 1 Doom on each other cultist enemy at its location. Let's throw it here on Downtown, because we have a tie for most, which is 0. We'll throw it here so that if we do need to go over and take care of it, we can, but we don't have to. Actually, she's aloof. It doesn't really matter. We'll throw it on Downtown. Kamani has got the secret must be kept peril. I cannot help with this. Test Brain 3. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror. For each act deck the investigators have completed, this skill test gets +1 difficulty and deals +1 damage and +1 horror if failed. Okay, so we are at... Okay, so we're testing Brain 3 to 3. Auto fail. Okay. If we had to pull it at some point, I'd rather pull it there. So we'll take 1 damage and 1 horror. Sweet. Okay. Let's go ahead and have Kamani go first. So we will exhaust Lone Wolf. We'll get a resource. We will play Emergency Cash for 3 resources. That's one of our actions. We'll spend 3 to play Trench Coat, so we get +1 feet while we are evading. We have 2 left. Let's just continue to explore. We're gonna hop over here to downtown. As an action, we have a gain 3 resources. That comes in with 2. And it's a limit once per game. It is not a group limit, so I believe that means, and if someone could help me out with this, I would be much appreciated, that both characters can take that action if they wanted to. Regardless, we are going to take the action with Kamani. Okay. Over here, you have 3 actions. Let's go ahead and spend 3 to play captivating. Oh wait, nope, to play pocket multi-tool. So this is, we can exhaust to get +1 to a skill value for our test, and we are going to search here. We'll go ahead and do this. So this is going to be our second action. Pocket multi-tool. During a skill test you're performing, exhaust pocket multi-tool, you get +1. So we're 6 to 1 right now. And we've got a skull. A skull is -X, where X is the highest number of doom on a cultist enemy, which is 0. So we succeed. We get the token here. Oh, and this is how we play the game. This is how we play the game. Boom. We place evidence on things when they come in. I will remember that at some point, but it's not going to be today. We have one more action. I'm thinking we have Captivating Discovery. I think I'm going to use Captivating Discovery here. We have 2 clues. We can draw 4 cards, which feels good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and play Captivating Discovery for 1. Search the top 6 cards of your deck. You can place up to 3 of your clues on your location. For each clue placed this way, choose 2 of those cards and add them to your hand. So we got Deduction. We got Bizarre Diagnosis, Deduction, Underprepared, Research Notes, so 2, 4, 5, 6. Empirical Hypothesis. Okay, we're definitely taking Empirical Hypothesis. And we will take Deduction by placing 1 clue. When we place a clue, we can exhaust Research Notes. Nope, we don't have to exhaust it. After a player card ability places 1 or more, we'll just place 1 on Research Notes. We add those to our hands. That is our last action. And then we shuffle those back into our deck. I'm happy with that. Then we retain. Take a picture. It'll last long. That's true. We also get to retain that 1 clue for Dr. Maelstrom draw, just in case. Sorry for the advertising, but Solo Marvel Champions on YouTube made a very cool DIY villain board. Oh, really? That's cool. That sounds fun. I'll have to check that out. That sounds fun. Alrighty, that's it. None of the nothing's doing anything here. So we'll go into a unexhaust. Oh, sweet. Very easy to make prettier. That sounds cool. Nice. And we each get a money and a card. Daryl kind of wants to hop up there. Hey, another Captivating Discovery. That's nice. And then we've got Kamani gets a Thieves Kit and a money. Kamani's up to 9 money. Top of the round, we'll add a Doom. Then Daryl has got a Brotherhood Cultist. Hunter. Brotherhood Cultist gets +1 fight and +1 evade for each Doom on it. When you initiate an attack against Brotherhood Cultist, place 1 Doom on Brotherhood Cultist. Okay, so Kamani may need to come help out over here. Or we could Dr. Mailson here. And choose a different one. We have a no, because he has an evade of 2. What we can do is we can trigger an evade action, spend a research, which would then drop it down to 0, and then we would be fine. Kamani is perfect to deal with those types of enemies because their ability is not yeah. While we're here, we're gonna exhaust the Kodak and place a evidence on the cultist. Then Kamani has got a nobody's home attached to your location. If there are no clues on your location, you can search. You must spend 1 additional action to investigate the attached location. If there are no clues on this location, discard nobody's home. That's on downtown now. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. So we got the Brotherhood Cultist here. Let's go ahead and spend an evidence and attempt to evade. So we're currently at a 3-0. A 3-0. We've got a oh no, an auto fail. Oh yikes. That's twice already this game. Okay, we'll do it again. The 1 token that could actually -5, so we still pass, correct? Because it's at 0, as long as it's not the autofill. Because you can't go negative, I believe. It's gonna go right there. And exhaust. Oh, that's so sad. I have to move up here. I really wanted to get that clue so I could grab here. Oh, thank you. 0 is the sweet spot. Let's go. Ah, yeah, that's so sad. Okay. I really wanted that clue so I could get this evidence counter and then move. Can't believe that happened. Ah, okay. So we've got 3 for a thieves kit. Comes in with 6 supplies. We can investigate using our feet instead of our book. And if we succeed, we gain a resource. That's 1. I think what we're going to do is continue to explore a little bit with Kamani. He's going to be able to... Oh, we also get a lone wolf resource. He just has a lot of ability to move around. Let's go up to north side. Spend 5 resources, gain 2 clues from the token pool. Interesting, okay. Comes in with 3 shroud and 4 clues. And it has a victory point. Ooh. I may just continue to... We'll hop over here to... Or actually, do we want to... We could investigate here, then hop over to the shop. I'm gonna go to the shop first, just because I don't know what's in there. So Northside shop connected is to Northside is connected to this. While you're in the curiosity shop, reduce the cost of each relic asset you play by 2. Interesting. Okay. And so this has a shroud of 2. Comes in with 4 clues. Also a victory point. Feels like we have the chance to farm some victory points here. I'm also running out of clue tokens. Oops. Might be a tip for the stream. Make a short YouTube tutorial on the board game you play so watchers can instantly follow how the game works. Interesting. Yeah, I have one for Lord of the Rings. I don't think it's short. Um, uh, yeah, I I enjoy explaining games or helping people learn games, but the tutorial videos so you can link it with a command during stream. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I don't have it for Arkham yet. I need to do it for Arkham. And then our last action, we are going to go ahead and investigate with the Thieves Kit. So we'll go 5 to 2. And we've got a 0. We get a clue and a resource. Might help you grow the channel. I'm great with ideas and brainstorm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Alrighty, cool. That's the 4 here. So we'll move it to the enemy phase. Exhausted, or doesn't move, exhausted. So we're fine. Let's go into the unexhaust. Then we've got a money for Daryl. Oh, I'm out of money. I'm gonna use these tokens over here. I got a money, and then a money for Kamani. Okay. Draw a card. Daryl has got a research notes, and Kamani has got a lucky cigarette case. Alrighty, now we're talking. That's gonna help because lucky cigarette case is gonna help us draw the cards, and right now we're just resource flush and we don't have a ton of card draw. So hopefully that will help. Yeah, let's go ahead and reset actions. Leo is good. I like Leo. Oh, we need a Doom. We're at 3 out of 6. From another time, test book 4 plus place X Doom on cultist enemies in play, divided evenly as possible, where X is the amount you failed by. If you fail and there are no cultist enemies in play, instead searching counter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy and draw it. So we're testing book 5. We'll go ahead and pocket multi-tool here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's the 3rd auto fail this game. Okay, so we have to place 4 Doom. At least we don't progress yet, but it's going to be... Is it as evenly as possible? Is that what it said? As evenly as possible. Yikes, jeez. Okay, so we will progress next turn. So we got 2 and 2. We can probably get rid of this Acolyte, but not the other one. Dang. We can go 1, 2. Engage attack. I don't even know if we can get rid of... Actually, it doesn't even matter. Since we're not going to be able to get rid of this one, we might as well just not worry about either. You need an autofill Elder Sign counter. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that a lot. That's fun. I can't believe I... Yeah. Alrighty. Here we go. Got Kamani. Test Brain 3. If you fail, take 1 damage, 1 horror. So 3 to 3. Haha! What's the star here? +1. If there's an exhausted enemy at your location, you automatically succeed. Alrighty. Sweet. Nice. That's good. That'd be fun too. And a sounder or something on screen that signifies that. Yeah. Okay. What are we doing with our lives over here? We cannot take care of this Doom, so we're going to progress regardless. So I don't think that it really matters because all the Doom gets wiped whenever we progress. So we may as well just not spend any of our actions to deal with getting rid of the Doom. We don't have any allies or anything. This is what we're going to do. We're going to hop over here for one action. It's going to take us one additional action to investigate this location. It's an investigating of 3. We're going to deduction. Yeah, we're going to go deduction here. So if this skill test is successful, we discover one additional clue. An autofill and an elder sign on the same round. Back to yeah, right. So right now we're 6-3. We're gonna go unexpected courage. That's gonna save us from the 5. We have a couple of those in the deck. Not the autofill. Come on, not the autofill. They don't want Investigator Nelson to crack the case. That's so true. -2. Okay, so we are successful. We discover 2 clues, and then nobody's home gets discarded. We also get this evidence counter here. We need to start figuring out what we're doing. That was... Okay, let's pick a path. Let's pick a path. North Side, Rivertown, East Town, and the University. Is that North Side? Yeah, okay. Over here, we're going to use our first action, or our first ability, to spend 2 to play Lucky Cigarette Case. So after you succeed at a skill test by 2 or more, we can exhaust Lucky Cigarette and draw a card. Nice. We'll use 2 to use a Thieves Kit. And we are investigating 5-2 because we're using our feet. Also Lone Wolf because we started not with another investigator. Alrighty, come on. Give me a 0. I want a card draw with that Lucky Cigarette Case. -2. Okay, that's fine. We still succeed, but we don't get to trigger Lucky Cigarette Case. Okay, so that was 2. We're going to move for 3. And then let's go ahead and spend at Northside. Maria Del Silva. Revelation, put her into play at the Curiosity Shop. Spend 1 resource to parlay. You chat with Maria about the artifacts on sale. Test book 3. If you succeed, place 1 clue on her from the token pool. Okay. Then next up, if there are at least 1 investigator clues on Maria, you must remove them and immediately advance. Alrighty, cool. And you gain monies from Thieves Kit. Thank you. I do. I have a lot of money over here. I think you know, we had downtown here, and we had a couple of things that helped with that, but it is kind of funny that I'm like, oh, we're gonna have a really hard time with money, and then we just do not. But thank you for the catch, Lucas. Okay. Enemy phase. This guy's gonna move up to East Town. Yeah, so on. This one's not gonna do anything. Okay. We will unexhaust. Unexhaust. Get him money. Daryl's going to go up to 3. And then Kamani's going to go up to 10. Daryl gets a underprepared. Oh my gosh. I hate this card. So underprepared is a 1-cost event. Play only if it's the only card in your hand. You get exactly 1 resource in your resource pool. While underprepared is in your hand, give each card you commit to skill test to have 1 fewer matching skill icons. Annoying. Okay, and then we got a disguise. Ooh, I like the disguise over there. Alrighty. Top of the round, we're going to place a doom and progress. Clear the doom. So much doom on the board just because I drew a stupid autofill. Yeah. Okay. The town is bustling as noon comes and goes. University students travel back from class to class, Business people take breaks from their busy office lives, and in Easttown, Velma's Diner is abuzz with the lunch rush. Despite this veil of normality, the curtain has been lifted. You see the town for what it really is, an endless mire of secrets. Shuffle the encounter deck and discard pile into the encounter deck. If there are only 2 act decks, place 1 Doom on Agenda 2A as it is revealed. The conspiracy runs much deeper than you had imagined. The more time you spend investigating these mysteries, the more you come to realize they are linked to one another. At the center of these secrets is an enigmatic organization manipulating events behind the scenes. So this also has 6. Okay. Daryl over here has got a Word of Power. Put Word of Power into play in your threat area. Okay. We'll go ahead and Daryl Kodak. Place a power here. There are 1 or more enemies at your location with Doom on them. You cannot damage those enemies or discover clues at your location. 2 actions to discard Words of Power. Cool. Kamani has got a Shadowed. If there are no cultist enemies in play, take 1 horror and Shadow gains Surge. Otherwise, find the cultist enemy nearest you, place 1 Doom on that enemy, and test Brain X, where X is that enemy's fight value. If you fail, take 2 horror. Jeez. So we'll place a Doom here. Fight value. So we're testing Brain 3 to 3. Got nothing to modify. Probably take 2 horror here. -5. Yep. So we're down to half of our horror value. Yikes. I think that Daryl needs to be the one who parlays with Maria up there. Also, these are spent. Because we're testing book value, and we only have a 2 over here. So I'm thinking that we can have Daryl hop up there and potentially parlay. Spend 1 resource, parlay. Oh, and that's also going to help us get rid of some of the cards that we have. Okay. So that we could potentially get rid of underprepared. Okay. We are going to, for our first action, spend 2 to play Empirical Hypothesis. Okay. Then we're going to go 1. And then we're going to investigate. We're going to investigate. We are at a 5 to 3, 6 to 3. And then we're going to pitch Unexpected Courage just because we need to deplete our hand for underprepared. So 7 to 3. That does not protect against the -5. If we draw that again, we'll have words with the game. Okay, -5. Never mind then. Cool. Cool. Wow. We have been horrendous in drawing from that bag. We've drawn the -5 at least 2 times and the autofail 3 times. It's hard to win with that. Okay. Wow. Okay. Kamani has 4. Oh, and he's actually not. We don't. Oh, he doesn't need more resources. We're fine. Let's have Kamani go ahead and hop over to the university. So search the top 6 cards of your deck for a tome or spell card and add it to your hand. It says the Shroud of 4 comes in with 4 clues. No, I did an evidence. Because I was 7 to 3. I thought it was fine. Yeah, I didn't think that I needed the evidence there. Okay. So we have a 4 over there. I don't necessarily think that we're going to spend 1 action to use 3 to play Disguise. Comes in with 4 supplies. I can't spin an evidence after I have revealed a test, right? I revealed a token. I can't do that, right? Only before. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. I may hop over to north side. I have a better chance of investigating at north side because I'm at a 5-3 versus a 5-4. And then I can come down and mess with the Brotherhood cultist. So we'll hop back over here. And then we will investigate 5-4 using a disguise. Or not a disguise. Oops. A thieves kit. 0. We would have gotten it at the Miskatonic University. And then we get a money. Alrighty. There we go. So this enemy is going to hop over here. Love the game, Matt. I passed by 2. Aha! Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, lucky cigarette case. Unexpected courage. Sweet. Thank you. Very good call. Yeah. This is from Momo Monster from Etsy. I really like this game, Matt. This is I still like the Middle Earth one more, just because I'm a huge fan of Middle Earth. But this is probably my second favorite game, Matt, that I have out of the 3. I really like this one. Okay. So monster came over. We will unexhaust. We got a money. No, we got a money here. We got a money. I only have one player set of these tokens, and so I'm having a hard time keeping up with however many we need. Daryl has got a deduction. Ooh, okay. Deduction's going to be really nice here. And then we've got a Kamani. It's got Ancient Fletcher. Alert Hunter. While he's evading, reduces to 0. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and exhaust to place a token there. When do we get to when do we get to use the, or when do we unexhaust? Maybe I have a cheat sheet. Reset actions, ready all exhausted, then we draw. Okay. So Daryl, it's still on Agent Fletcher, but it's not gonna ready. I was hoping that we could. It was draw cards then unexhaust, because then we could hit a Daryl's Kodak on the next Mythos phase as well. But nope. Okay, let's add a Doom. We're at 2 out of 6. Then Daryl's got a hunting Nikon. While attempting to evade the hunting night dog, double the negative modifier of each chaos token. Cool. Ugh. Okay, and Kamani has got a Conspiracy of Blood. Attach it to the current agenda. Attached agenda gets -1 Doom threshold. Each cultist enemy gains Parlay. Test Brain 4. If you succeed, discard 1 copy of Conspiracy of Blood from play. If you fail, place 1 Doom on this enemy. I don't think we're ever going to be able to do that, so shoot. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're going to actually place a token here. We will get an evidence on research notes. We're going to shuffle this in, and we're going to redo this. Because I really don't want that hunting Nikon. New one is Brotherhood Cultist. Not sure if that's better. Hunter gets +1 fight, +1 evade for each Doom on it. When you initiate an attack, place 1 Doom. Okay. I really want Daryl to go first. Actually, I don't really care. Kamani can just work on getting rid of Agent Fletcher and evading the cultist. We have another Brotherhood cultist here who's going to come up and attack, which is a sanity damage, which is going to be tough. Oh, I can't discover when there's one or more enemies at your location with Doom on them. Oh, with Doom on them, so we're fine. We're fine. Because I really want to get a... Oh, here we are going to choose... this is at the top. We're going to choose 60 by 3 or more, just because that's the default. Because I never chose the fail, but now that we have another option with moving into a shroud of 3 or more, I'm going to have to remember to do that more. Or do that better. Okay. We are going to attempt to evade the cultist here. We're going to spend 1 from Daryl's Kodak. So we're evading 3 to 2. It's the autofail again. Are you kidding me? Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll do it again. Spend a research off of research notes. We'll go 3 to 0. Give it a good shake. Pull out a -2. If you fail, lose 1 of your clues. So we succeed by 1. So this guy is evaded here and exhausted. Let's spread these out just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have 1 action left. I think we're going to... We're going to investigate. Investigate with deduction. Use the pocket multi-tool here. So we're investigating for 6. That does not count. 7 to 3. We've got 7 to 3. Come on. 0. Okay. So we succeed by at least 3 or more. So we're going to place 1 here. Deduction, we score 2 additional clues. And then after we do any clues, we can take that many evidence counters. So Words of Power is 1 and Agent Fletcher is a 2nd. Okay. And that was our last action, unfortunately. Okay. Over here, we got 4. We can have this hunter come and engage Daryl, I think. Well, I just don't want the mental damage over here on Kamani. Okay, so we probably want to evade Agent Fletcher. Let's go ahead and X is equal to that enemy's remaining health. Yeah, let's go Unexpected Courage. Actually, you know what? We are evading at a... Oh, we have Disguise. Yeah. Let's use a Disguise counter. We're going to evade. We get +2, so we're at 8 to 3. And then if we succeed and it's not elite, he does not ready. Okay. 8 to 3, -2. We are good. We succeed by more or 2 or more, so we get to draw a card into pickpocketing. Now we're talking. Got exhausted there. Maybe use the unexpected courage for the Kamani ability. It needs to succeed by more. That's true. I should have done that, yeah. Yep, that would have been smart. We're going to use the fast action to engage the Brotherhood Cultist. Oh, wait, I didn't use unexpected courage. Haha. I did listen to your advice. So if we succeed by 3 here, we can discard this. So we are currently testing at a 6 to 2. We go unexpected courage. Actually, you know what? We're gonna, before we engage, we're gonna, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We're gonna spend our second action to spend 2 money to play pickpocketing. Oh, wait, that's fast. Haha. It's all coming together. You count your book 2. Oh, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, just not with the agent. Good call. Okay, so we're going to engage the Brother Cultist. Kamani is cool. Kamani is really interesting. I like Kamani. So we are going to engage, or we're going to evade 7, 8 to 2. If we draw we need to succeed by 3. 8 to 2, so we're +6. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's spend our next action to attempt to evade. We're at 8 to 2. -2. So 6 to 2, we succeed. This gets discarded. Pickpocketing. We succeeded by at least 2 or more. We draw a card, which is slip away, and gain a resource. Alrighty. I think we're going to do the same thing with Agent Fletcher. So we're going to engage here for free. We are evading 5, 6, 7 to 3. We're +4. We need to succeed by 3. So I'm thinking that we 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. So we're +5. We need to succeed by 3. What is our distribution in the bag? I think most everything is a -2 or -1. So we should be fine. There's a -5, and is there a -4 in there? I don't think there is. Standard, there's just a -5. There is a -3. We're at 5. We're at 8 to 3. So a -3 would also fail. So there are 3 tokens in the bag that don't succeed. We're just going to use a disguise. You have +2. We're just going to do it. Wait, did I do unexpected? Wait, hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we're 10 to 3. -1. We would have been fine. That's fine. But now we get rid of him. We feel better about our lives. We have one more action. We can spend evidence to get rid of, or to evade this guy. So I think we're actually going to move with Kamani. We're going to move with Kamani over here. We don't actually have to move. I do want to move. Better say, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. we already have lost a lot of tempo just with how many we failed and how many like resources we've used. That I think we're probably in trouble. Okay. This guy is going to come up here, evade, and deal a mental damage. Cool. We will unexhaust everybody. We may hop over here and start going on 2 routes. You can give it to the ally. And give what to the ally? Yeah. Gosh, that's how you play the game. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I totally, yeah. Leo should have some. Thanks, Lucas. I appreciate you so much. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with this game. Okay. We unexhausted. We get money. Daryl is gonna get a card. Manual dexterity. And Kamani is gonna get a guts. Okay. Alrighty. Top of the round, we'll add a doom. We are at 3 out of 5. We can get rid of that one. I don't know. We got Daryl. Has got peril. He must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. We'll spend a clue. Then Kamani. Revolution. If you have no clues, it gains surge. If you have 1 or more clues, test book 4. For each point you fail by, place 1 of your clues on your location. Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume. Actually, there's nothing in here that can allow me to succeed. So 0. Alrighty then. Okay. Let's go ahead. Oh, here, empirical hypothesis, we're going to choose to go to Misatonic. Or we're going to choose the Shroud. A gun means Shroud. Okay. Can you have 2 research notes and... Well, I have a pocket multi-tool. Never mind. Just kidding. I want to get over to Misatonic. I need to start doing more over here. I feel like that's the problem with this game for me, because my playstyle is I want to build up a board state and then go, and I think Arkham is just not what we need to do. That's just not what we should be doing in Arkham. So I need to just adjust my playstyle for Arkham, I think. Okay. Let's go ahead and spend an evidence here to attempt to evade the Brotherhood cultist. So we are 3 to 0. 0. So we successfully evade here. Okay. I'm honestly thinking about investigating there just to get the clue. Yeah, let's do that. We are currently at a... We're currently at 5 to 3. This is 6-3. I'm not going to spend a token. Skull is minus X, where X is the number of doom, so -1. So we succeed. We take this clue. We take this evidence. That was our second action. Third action, we'll move into here. We enter the shroud of 3 or more, so we will exhaust and get a research here. And then we'll spend 2 clues to advance. Hey, nines. Fellas, I had to leave for a while. How many acts do we have? I don't want to talk about it. Uh, there are 4 acts. We are not playing well. The Z2Lee exhibit. Put this into play after you reveal a bad token while investigating the Z2Lee exhibit. Take 1 horror. And then this is victory 1. It comes in with 2 clues per investigator. Can Kamani take care of the parlay? I don't know. Maybe. I have to parlay twice, right? And so it's a book parlay, and Kamani starts at a -1. Oh, that's not right. Okay. At the exhibit, one of the museum's security guards, a man named Drew Walker, recognizes you from your prior work with Alejandro and Dr. Horowitz. Look, I ain't supposed to be letting anyone into the exhibit, but the coppers don't know from nothing when it comes to this hokum. He sets aside and lets you pass. If anyone asks, you slipped in while I was using the John, all right? Don't take any wooden nickels. Objective, only investigators at the Elite ZT exhibit can advance, and it costs 2 clues. Okay. That's everything over here for Daryl. We will lone wolf to get a resource. Okay, so we could. I just don't see how it's worth going for the parlay on Maria, because you almost need a translation for this link. Spend 1 resource. You chat with Maria about the artifacts on sale. Test book 3. We just don't have. I can go to 1 test at 4. I don't think it's worth trying to figure that out. I think Kamani may be on. We can have the investigators come down and try and blitz through this act, because we already have 2 clues here. We can grab this clue with Kamani, skip Misitonic, and come down to the exhibit and be trying to get the clues and push through. And we can probably push through that fairly quickly. Yeah. Okay. Let's move here for 1. We're going to engage here. We're going to do our tricky trick. So we are going to be testing a 7-2. We have to succeed by 3. Nope, 8-2. We have to succeed by 3, so we should be fine. A 0. We are good. Brother Cultist gets discarded. We succeeded by 2 or more, so lucky cigarette. We get the grappling hook. Ooh. And then pickpocketing, we get to draw and get a resource. Alrighty. That was 1 action, or that was 2 actions. We definitely are going to be playing this grappling hook. Yeah. Let's go ahead and spend 1, spend 3 for a grappling hook. So action performed using grappling hook do not provoke attacks of opportunity. We can exhaust it for 2 actions, take 3 basic actives, engage, evade, investigate, or move. And then if you investigate, we use our feet instead. And then we are going to investigate here with Thieves Kit. So we are going to go 5 to 3. Five to 3. Come on. 5 to 3. -3. Of course it is. Of course it is. I was like, I can. Yeah. I was like, I could commit 1. I could get +1, but that only protects against 1. Here we are. Okay. Ugh. Man, I'm not having any good luck today. I really need him to pick up that action. Or pick up that clue, I think. I really want the victory point here. Grappling hook is good because for multitasking. He can move, investigate with an enemy, and then evade. Yeah. Grappling hook feels really, really solid. All right. No enemies do anything. We'll reset actions. Unexhaust. Yep. Get a money. Get a money. Draw a card. Bizarre diagnosis. Oops, sorry. Bizarre diagnosis. We can place a clue on our location. Heal 3 damage. And a sneak attack. Deal 2 damage to an exhausted enemy at your location. Alright. Place a doom. We're going to be at 4 out of 5. This is an embarrassing showing. This is bad. I think we're only going to get through 1 of these. Ugh. I really need to go faster in my playstyle. I think that's probably my biggest issue. Because like I've built this awesome tableau, all these cool things are comboing off, but it's like, oh, you're out of time. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. Daryl gets a Brotherhood Acolyte, spawn at the location with the most cultist enemies. After it enters play, place 1 doom on each other cultist enemy at its location. That's fine. We're not going to codec that. We got and we are going to use the same here to move into 3. On Wings of Darkness, Revelation, test feat 4. If you fail, take 1 damage, 1 horror, then disengage from each non-Nightgaunt enemy engaged with you and move to a central location. So feat 4. Central location is Rivertown? All the way back to Rivertown? Unsubscribe. No. Oh, jeez. We're at 5 to 4. And that just puts me all the way back here, which is going to be 1, 2, 3 actions. I think we're going to go sneak attack, slip away, slip away. So we're going to go 8 to 4. -2. We're good. Okay. Whew. That was scary. Okay. I also did not realize that this was different actions. So what I didn't think about that. Move, engage, evade. We're going to progress if we don't get rid of this Brotherhood Acolyte. I think I'm okay with it. I mean, like, I don't know. It's like I could spend my entire turn getting one more turn on this agenda. That may actually be worth it. Or I can spend my turn progressing the game. I think if I think it's better for me to get rid of this acolyte here. I think that's going to be better for me. Okay, so Kamani is going to start us out. We got Lone Wolf to get a resource. We're going to exhaust Grappling Hook, use 2 actions to investigate, move, engage. So we're going to investigate here. So we're testing 5 to 3. Hey, +1. So we're good here. We get a clue. That was 6 to 3. So we succeeded at a skill test, so we get to draw a card. Just manual dexterity. And we got a victory point. Woohoo! Investigate, move, then engage. Oh, yeah. And so we investigated. Our second action is going to move here, and then we're going to engage this acolyte. Okay. We are going to evade here. So we're going to evade at a 6 to 1. -3. We succeed. We're going to use our quick action to engage here. We succeeded by 2. So we get to draw a card and get a resource. Alrighty. And then we're going to use our action here to evade the exhausted enemy. We have to succeed by 1. We have manual dexterity. I want manual dexterity, I think, for a investigate, because we can investigate with our feet here. We'll use one of the you can handle this, because we're at 6. Oh, wait, no. We're good. We're at 6 to 1. No, we do want to do this. That protects us from everything except for the minus or the auto fail. And now that I said that, that's what we will do. And you may get to see this table flip. We'll see. -5. Haha. I feel so validated right now because that was 7. -5. We still succeed by 1, which means that we lose. But if we did not commit that, we would not have. Oh my gosh. We have drawn that -5 so many times. Good. Okay. So the doom goes away. That's nice. We still have 1 action, I think, right? Yeah, because we did grappling hook, evade. No, we're good. We're done. Woohoo! Okay. Alrighty. Feel a little bit better now. Feel a little bit better about that. I mean, like, not really, but like, here we are. Okay, so the ZT Lee exhibit has a 3. Okay, we can hop down here. The problem is that after we investigate, we take a horror if we reveal a bad symbol. I really want clue efficiency. I need more ways to get more clues in 1 action. Regardless, we're moving down there. I'm trying to figure out if I want to spend actions to take Mystotonic University or not. Hmm. Let's risk it. We're gonna go 1 down here. We get a counter. We'll investigate. We'll use an counter from empirical hypothesis um, to go 5 to 1. Pocket multi-tool, 6 to 1. 0. Okay, so we're good. Okay, we'll do it again. Spend a evidence. Actually, we're just going to use the Kodak evidence. There's no reason not to use Kodak. Okay, we've got a -2. If you do not succeed by at least 1, we do succeed, but we do take a horror. We get the clue. We'll go ahead and spin the 4 clues. You search the exhibit where the relic was to be on display, looking for signs of where it may have been taken. Though you find no concrete evidence on the ground near the exhibit entrance, you do notice several recent scuff marks made by men's shoes. You ask Drew, who was last to see the exhibit after Alejandro left. Some suits, government types, he replied. They had clearing to see the exhibit from Mr. Wallstead, the curator. It's far from proof of the relic's location, but it's a lead. Hopefully one that will point you in the right direction. Put the set-aside town hall location into play. If it was already in play, add 1 clue to it per investigator. Then set the Relic of Ages to the town hall. Okay, so this is engaged with downtown. And the Relic of Ages gets attached there. Well, Kamani's right there. That actually kind of worked out. I'm okay with that. There are 2 or fewer act decks in play. Add 1 additional clue. We're good. Advance to Act 3A. Find the relic. Find the relic. While the Relic of Ages is attached to a location, it gets +2 Shroud. If Relic of Ages is attached to a location with no remaining clues, advance. Ugh. Kamani may have a hard time with that. Okay, so that was all of it. We got no enemies that are doing anything. So we're going to stand up, reset all of our actions. Get a money. We need a sink for Kamani. I think we're going to grab that permanent sink that allows you to spend, I think it's like a level 2 rogue card where you can spend money to get plus, which is just going to help because then we can like pickpocket and like it just helps with the engine. Or Dario could be kind of interesting. I don't think we actually need Dario, but Kamani's got impromptu barrier and I'm sorry, Daryl's got that. We got another disguise for Kamani. We're gonna place a doom. We do not progress because Kamani did what Kamani do. Revelation, attach your location. If there are no clues on your location, it gains surge. You must spend 1 additional clue to additional action to investigate your location. I think I am we'll Kodak here. Kamani has got Conspiracy of Blood. It gets -1 Doom Threshold. That's actually fine because we'll just lose both of those next turn. We were going to progress regardless. Streetwise. What is Streetwise? I'm sorry. Oh, that's the Rogue Soak. All right, yeah. Cool. Well, is it 3? I think it's actually a 3 3 cost or 3 level 3 card. And if it's a level 3 card, I think we need to prioritize trying to get 3 victory points here. which we could spend time getting here. It's gonna take 2 turns to get that, and I don't think that's worth it, honestly. I think we need to come down here to Town Hall, the permanent card. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I think we need to come down here. I think. I'm trying to figure out if we want to spend time getting victory points or if we want to spend time getting going through these decks. I think we have to go through the decks. I think we have to go through the decks. I think the victory points are nice, but I don't think that that is what we really can focus on. Okay. We're gonna choose enter a location. You know what? I I need to do that before we draw. I need to do that before we draw. I'm gonna put this up here, and that will remind me. Yeah, we're gonna do the. We're gonna enter a location. We're gonna have Kamani go first. I think that's gonna give us a lot of information about what's gonna to be going on down here in the town hall. Um, so let's move down here. The town hall. If after you enter town hall, if you have 4 or more cards in your hand, choose and discard cards from your hand until you have 3 cards in your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Toss a guts. This has 2 clues on it. And a shroud of 4. I think we're gonna need Daryl to come down here and hang out. We'll try. We'll try. Lone Wolf gets us a resource. Yeah, we will try. Why not, right? What's the worst that could happen? Let's go ahead and Thieves Kit with a committing a manual dexterity. Thieves Kit, we have 7 to 4. That's 7 to 4. Hey, a star. We got +1. So 8 to 4. Lucky cigarette case. We got guts. We get a clue. And we get a money. Gosh, we have too much money. Okay. We could grab that last clue. Or we could start on another one of these and have Daryl maybe come up here and try and parlay. I think if we can get 2 of these decks, I would feel much better. I think we're gonna risk it. I think we're gonna go for it. We can go. You can go. You handle this in disguise with the Thieves Kit. That puts us at 7 to 4. Oh, we get to draw a card. Wait, did I already? We drew a card from Lucky Cigarette, but manual dexterity into another manual dexterity. Let's go. Okay. We're going to go ahead and investigate with our last Thieves Kit. We're going to commit a manual dexterity. So we are at 7 to 4. Okay, we're going to go 7 to 4. If we commit You handle this in disguise. We go up to +5. I think Daryl can easily parlay. Oh yeah, Daryl can easily parlay. Um, I was just having him collect clues. But I think coming over here, we go with the. I think we have him come parlay. Um, if we commit these two, it protects us against one. If we commit these two, it protects us against one token in that bag. I don't think that's worth it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna commit these two. It's gonna protect us against the -5. But I feel like I just have to. I really hope this is the -5 now. It's the 0. We're fine. I'm okay with that. It gives us this clue. It helps us progress. I at this point I need to start using my resources. Okay. So this advances. The Relic of Ages is attached to the town hall, which it is. After an hour of searching Arkham's town hall, you notice a faint blue glow emanating from underneath the door to the city planner's office. You break into the office without being noticed. The relic is lying on his desk, along with a map of the city that is covered in strange markings and iconography. Why is it in here? The investigators nearest to the town hall take control of the Relic Ages. Remove the remainder of the AB deck from the game. If another act is in play, continue playing. Otherwise, proceed to R1. Okay. I think we still have one action. Yeah, because we moved one, test. That's a victory point too. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. We can spend in East Town. We can spend in Rivertown. Or we can spend in, or we have to parlay. Okay. We're going to move here to downtown for our last action. Daryl? I'm gonna go over here to Maria. I am not going to. Sorry, I'm not going to try and go here. I think this is a action soak that we cannot afford right now. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 for our 3 actions. We entered something with a shroud of 3, so we get another counter here. Okay, and that's it for Daryl. Alrighty. Okay. We will reset and reset. Leo has put in work. Like getting Leo out, was that first turn? Yeah, I think that was turn 1. It's like it's 33% more. Like it's significant. Okay, let's pass out money. We got a thieves kit. That's nice, and a perception. I think I was supposed to get another money, but I don't really care. Okay. Unexhaust. Enemies aren't gonna do anything. Leo and grappling hook is so many. Yeah. It is. It's hard to like combo grappling hook to like the full extent because it has to be different actions. Move investigate is really easy, and or I guess anything without aloof actually is pretty easy because you can move, engage, evade, investigate. Yeah, I think that's actually what you were saying. Move, evade. Yeah. That's what you were saying earlier. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like grappling hook. Okay. We're gonna place a doom. Actually, we're gonna choose. We're gonna choose to succeed by 2 or more. Or 3 or more. It worked. The reminder worked. I'm so happy. Okay, so we're gonna progress. We're gonna knock doom off of everything. The streets begin to empty as evening approaches. When the office buildings shut their doors, the clubs open theirs, and in places of both public and hidden from view. In downtown Arkham, the Ward Theater is well lit and filled to capacity. The surrounding streets, however, are eerily quiet. Only soft footsteps from nearby alleyways hint at any sign of life, and a cold wind whistles through the air. The workday might have ended, but your work is far from over. The figures walking down the street start to fill you with a sense of dread instead of comfort. Shuffle the encounter deck. There are only two act decks in play. Place one. If there's only one act deck in play, place two Doom on eject. Oh wait. Oh no no. Because there's three. Okay, we're good. Okay. This is Hidden Entanglements. Who can you trust in this city of lies? Arkham may be safe from the perils of the jungle, but you are far from safe here. Each passing stranger in the dark of night could be a kidnapper, a thief, or a killer. Each glance they send your way could be the last thing you ever see. We can resign if we want to. And this gets shuffled. Okay. The other nice thing about grappling hook is you don't have to make it super efficient with the three actions. Um, Normally, resign is better than let the agenda advance. Okay, cool. In any scenario, yeah, cool. Um, okay. Daryl is gonna get a locked door attached to the location with the most clues and without a locked door attached. I don't think I really care. Kamani has got a stolen mine. Spawn at any empty location. Retaliate. +1 fight for each doom on it. At the end of the Mythos phase, place one doom on stolen mind. Oh, geez. Okay, so at the end of the Mythos phase, place one doom on stolen mind. I feel like we have to try and evade him and get rid of him via Konami's um, action. But it is a pretty hefty tax to do that. You have to succeed by 4 on a 3. That's a mean card. That's a really mean card. Um, we'll go here. We'll put him on East Town. And we'll Kodak, I guess. There. Oh, that's so mean. We're gonna have Daryl go first, just so we can see if we can do stuff with Maria and get her parlay to pass. So let's go ahead and spend a resource. We'll spend a hypothesis. So we're testing book 5 to 1. 5 to 1. We'll multi-tool this. So 6 to 1. -5. Oh, so validated. So we place one clue on her. We've drawn that -5 too many times. Too many times. So the fact that I'm like actually like trying to get +5 on these tests, just so that's so crazy. Oh wow, that's very cold coffee. Yeah. Okay. Um. Ooh, very cold coffee. We'll do it again. We'll spend a money. We are at. We're gonna spend a hypothesis. So we're at 5 to 1 again. We're gonna commit a perception for 6 to 1. Could you? You can't discard basic weaknesses, right? Like if I go up to 9 cards, I can't discard underprepared. Can I? Cthulhu is punishing you for the incorrect theme Pokemon. That you know what? That's fairly fair. So we're 6-1. Come on, a 0. Check that out. Okay, so we're gonna get one here, another clue. We're gonna progress, and we get to draw a card, which is winging it. Okay. There are 2 clues on Maria. You must remove them and immediately advance. Oh, Maria is bad. Maria is bad. Revelation, switch this card with the bystander version of Maria, removing that version from the game. Remember that she is Itachi's prey. And advance to Act 3E. The Brotherhood is revealed. She has retaliate. Ew. 3E. Ishitaka has found the target of our investigation. The trail of the mysterious cult leads here. A thorough search of the area may reveal more. While there are any of Itachi's destinations, the first treachery you draw from the encounter deck round gains surge. There are no clues remaining on Itachi's destinations. What? Did I grab the wrong one? Advanced Act 3E, the Brotherhood. Oh, the Brotherhood revealed. Oh, okay, okay. That makes more sense. Only, yeah, cool. Okay. Wait, the Brotherhood is revealed. Okay, yeah. Ishitaka has found the target of her hunt. That makes more sense. The mysterious cult has been revealed. But what is their ultimate purpose? Itachi's prey each get +1 health, and +1 evade while at a location with no clues on it. If each of Itachi's prey is no longer in play, advance. This is only for non-elite, correct? Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time taking out Maria. I actually don't know if we can. That's an issue for the deck, by easily. Oh, we have the sneak attack, which we tossed. Oh, that's 2 damage. She is at 4 health. You need those backstabs or sneak attacks. Yeah, I don't think I have backstab in this deck. Unfortunately, I have 1 sneak attack in the discard pile. Um, I think we need Kamani to come up there and help instead of coming down here. But I think we can like move here, grappling hook to come over here, engage, evade. Or actually, we can evade fairly easily with Daryl. But I agree. I need like backstab. Yeah, backstab would be really good. I need more damage because I can't just rely on not doing that. um, we have one more action, which I think is actually just going to be to evade. Um, hmm. Does Daryl have exploit weakness? I don't even. No, I don't. What is that? Exploit weakness. Expose weakness? Fast play during any fast player window. Choose an enemy at your location. Test book X, where X is that enemy's fight value. If you succeed, treat the enemy's fight value as if it were 0 for the next attack performed against it this phase. Oh, no. Exploit weakness. Fast play before revealing a chaos token during an attack or an evasion attempt you're performing, and only if the difficulty of the test is currently 0. The test automatically succeeds. Instead of this test normal difficulty effects, discard the attacked evaded enemy. If it's elite, deal with. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I think we talked about that because we have the clue version, but I think that would be really good to have in there. I mean, that's 3 damage. That's big. We could also. That's not my hand. Um, we could also. We have no fist in here. Hmm. I think I want to try and evade with uh Kamani, because if I evade with Kamani, I have the chance of drawing into the right card. Because I'll get +2 card draw here. So if I can draw into that card, which means that I may actually try and attack here. Probably not. Never mind. We can easily evade Daryl. We I guess. Oh, we can move, engage, evade, even still with the exhausted. You already used the Kodak. Yeah, I already used Kodak. For this guy over here. Oh, and we have that Doom thing too. Oh no. I think Kamani actually has to deal with this. I think Kamani has to deal with this over here. Um, Daryl's gonna have to figure out what to do with Maria. Our last action here, we're going to evade with empirical hypothesis. So we are at 3-0. -3, we're good. So Maria is exhausted here. But this is going to accelerate us too fast, I think. So we're going to. Okay. Let's go ahead and use grappling hook. 2 actions. We're going to move, engage, and evade. Or no, move. This automatically engages. And so we may try and investigate after this, but we're going to evade right now. We are going to 6-3. We also get a resource. Yeah, we need that sync. 6-3. 0. Hey, check that out. Okay, so we get to draw a card. We get to draw a card from pickpocketing. Just trench coat, not what we needed. Stolen Mind is out here exhausted now. And we get another money. We have too much money. We'll engage here using our quick action. And we will attempt to evade it. Our third action. Oh wait, hold on. Before we engage that, we still have 1 action left on the grappling hook, which will be used to investigate. So we are at 5-2 because we get to use our feet. 5-2, investigate, 0, perfect. We get a clue. Okay. Now we will engage here. And we will attempt to evade. We're at 6-3. We have to succeed by 4. I think we'll probably use a disguise here. Oh, wait, is this an action here? No. Okay, so now we're at 8-3, so we're +5. We will commit a trench coat and a watch this spending 3 resources. Why not? Okay, so now we're at 10-3. I count the book. Thank you. I will forget that every single time. I super appreciate you, Lucas. 12-3. So a -5 right now still puts us within. So we actually don't need to commit. It's fine. Whatever. 12-3. -5. We have drawn that -5 so many times. So we go down to 7-3. So we're still within range. That is an absurd amount of times that we've drawn that card. We have too much money. We have too much money. Okay. We have 1 action left, I think, right? Yeah, we have 1 action left. I'm thinking about just drawing some cards. We could. Okay, so yeah. Let's spin our clues here, actually, and start opening this path. So the one in East Town. Do we want to do this, or do we want to just focus on that? I think we can actually have Kamani just focus on that and be okay. Okay. Henry Devou. Put Henry Devou into play at Velma's Diner. Okay. Choose and discard a card from your hand to parlay. You discuss Alejandro's whereabouts. Test book 3. If you succeed, place 1 clue on this card from the token pool. I feel like he's about to kill us. There are at least 1 clue on Henry Devou. You must remove them and immediately advance. I have seen this before. And only have 1. Yeah, I only have 1 in the bag. Like, it's been crazy. Okay. Oh wait, that actually was not an action to do that. We're gonna move here because I think Kamani is gonna come up here and try and help. Okay, that's enough. So we will have monsters do anything, nothing. We will stand up. Why did I evade? Oh, because I thought I was gonna come up here. I forgot about this guy. That was probably a waste. It's fine. Whatever. 1, 2. Get a resource. And a manual dexterity. Get a resource and a sneak by. Alrighty. Oh, yeah, we have to do this. We are going to choose move into a location of 3 or more. Because the goal is to have Kamani come up here and engage and start dealing with Maria. And then we can we'll have Daryl come and do this parlay over here. Okay. I also have a feeling that this guy is going to get beefier. So I want to not clear this. I want to... I assume Atacha's Prey. He's going to become an Atacha's Prey. Kamani doesn't need that much evade cards because they can do that. Yeah. The evade cards is in like the sneak by. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the thing where I can swap out some cards after the first play. Yeah, I think sneak by and slip away can probably get swapped out for backstab, and maybe a gun. I think I would like the option to have a gun. So I agree with you. Good call, Lucas. Okay, we're gonna add a Doom. Daryl has got Surge. He must either to spin a clue or take 2 damage. Oh well, we're taking 2 damage. Allies are soak. And then over here we've got a Peril. Test Brain 3. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror. For each act deck, they take +1 damage and +1 horror if failed. Okay. So we're testing Brain 3. We'll go ahead and use Guts. So we'll go 5 to 3. -2, we succeed. So we get to draw a card, which is Unexpected Courage. I'm searching for that backstab or whatever it was. Not the backstab, the other one. I need damage. Okay. I think we're gonna have Kamani go first. Kamani is gonna get whatever. Kamani has more resources. We're gonna move here for 1. Takes us down to 3. We're going to grappling hook. We're going to move here. We're going to engage for 2, and then we're going to evade for our 3rd action off of grappling hook. When we evade, we are at 5 to 2. We'll go ahead and commit sneak by. We'll go 7 to 2. Dirty Fighting is a perfect... Ooh, Dirty Fighting. Okay. So 7 to 2. Gosh, dang it. I have pulled... Okay. Alrighty. We will use an action to evade with an Unexpected Courage. 7 to 2 again. Okay, come on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, we'll evade again. We'll go 5 to 2 now. We don't have anything else to commit. The token... Shake. -2. Okay. So we succeed. Not by 2 or more. Exhausted there. We'll exhaust Pickpocket to draw a card, which is Leo. We don't need that. I should have disguised. Why didn't I disguise? I'm going to have said I disguised. Just because, yeah. Because that's where we're at now. Sneak by. Okay, don't need that. Last action, we're going to draw a card. Pickpocketing. Okay, so it's one of these 2 cards. I assume I put 2 in the deck. Yep, Sneak Attack is one of the last 2 cards in the... I've never seen this. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Daryl. What is Daryl going to do? I don't even know if... I think Daryl is probably going to go on... Okay, so the sneak attack is 2 damage. 2 damage, which is only half of what we need. How did Kamani do in this scenario? He's done okay. I need more damage in Kamani. You said Dirty Fighting? While attacking, parlaying, or attempting to evade, you get +2. After you evade an enemy, exhaust Dirty Fighting. Take a fight action against that enemy. Ignore the aloof. What? So, Okay, so then he could attack for 4. Is that like why? Oh, I also keep forgetting that my evidence can be spent on um hey, Bullet, or yeah, Bullet, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time. I keep forgetting that my evidence can be spent on other other people. Okay. Yes, I can fight. Best case scenario is I reduce it to a 1 to a 2. Kamani can attack with a gun as well. Yeah, I think that's probably what I need to do. Um I guess we could go 3 to 2. We could go 3 to 2 with the pocket multi-tool. Um +2 plus the modifier of the. Oh, I see what you're saying. You add that to the gun. I'm following now. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's a good change or a good shift to make. I need that is a 2. We wouldn't be able to buy the sync. We could swap into the level 0 sync, which is like the non-permanent. Um, which I like. I will mess with the deck a little bit. Um, yeah. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Is we are going to. I did this completely out of order, but here we are. We're gonna spend 1 to engage. We're gonna spend 1 to attack. We're gonna spend an evidence. We're gonna exhaust the pocket multi-tool, and we're gonna be +2 on the attack. We have nothing to modify that. So we are attacking at a 3 to 1. She is not. Do you not have to spend a action to engage? Oh, you don't need to engage to attack. Got it. Got it. Got it. Cool. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. 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 Okay. So come on. +1. It's in the bag. Cool. So that's 1 damage. We could go 2 to 1. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we could go 2 to 1. How do we feel about that? I mean, like, not good. Not 100% sure what else we would do, though. We could start investigating. That could be what we could do, is we could go. We could have Kamani do his stuff over here. We want to. If we can investigate and get all the clues here, we get another experience point or another victory point, which would be nice. Does Kamani have cards to help with the test? Uh, for a fight or for an evade? It's only evade and book. 2v1 skulls are in your favor? Skulls are in favor, yeah. I don't know how many skulls are in there though. Yeah. I don't have. I want to save the evidence here. So I think I'm just going to investigate. Actually, I'm gonna. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm not going to empirical hypothesis this. Um. So let's go ahead and test 5-2. Actually, we'll go ahead and it doesn't matter. Does not matter. We'll go 5-2. -2. So we succeed. Get a clue. Which also just powers up the dock over here. We'll do it again. 5-2. 0. We're good. We didn't plan that correctly, but oh well. Okay. None of the enemies are doing anything. We will unexhaust here. And we will have engage Maria. Technically, this happens last, but whatever. Because I just learned that. No, draw cards happens last. Okay. We've got a sneak attack. Feels pretty good. And a perception. Okay. Top of the round, we'll add a doom. We are going to choose to succeed by 2 or more. Add a doom. We got Daryl over here with nobody's home. Attach to your location. Spend 1 additional action to investigate the location. We will Kodak that. Okay. And then over here, we've got Brotherhood Acolyte spawn at the location with the most cultist enemies. She is not cultist, unfortunately, so it's going to be here. Add a doom. That's fine. I think we're going to get out of here pretty soon. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, we're going to have Kamani go first. We are going to reduce the skill value of this to 0. No, never mind. We don't need to do that. We're going to go and we're 6-2. We're going to commit sneak by to go 8-2. We'll go 8-2. -3. So we're at 5-2. So we can exhaust both of these to draw 2 cards. We take a horror. And we're shuffling our deck. And she's evaded. You handle this one. So she's up here. And exhausted. Second action. We will spend 2 money to play sneak attack. Deal 2 damage. We can attack. If we attack, we have a watch this. Which could give us a +1. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to commit watch this. We'll spend 1 resource. We're going to spend empirical hypothesis over here. So we are reduce that to 1. And Daryl can reduce the yes, exactly. Thank you, Lucas. So it's going to be 2-1, 3-1. Come on. It's the autofill again. Are you kidding me? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Cool. Alrighty. I actually don't know what to do now. Ugh. We could go 2 to 3. We could drop a clue from Daryl so that we can get more evidence counters. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. We actually have to. We'll toss a. Winging it. I am so tired of that auto fail token. We are going to spend our last action to draw a card. Sneak by. Okay. Over here, we have 3 actions. We are going to spend 1 to play Captivating Discovery. So search the top 6 cards of your deck. You can place up to 3 of your clues. Got Dr. Mailson, Old Keyring, Multi-Tool, Christopher, Bizarre Diagnosis, 2, 4, 6. We will drop at least one of the clues because we want a token here. So we will take Dr. Christopher and the Old Keyring. That allows us to search there. I forgot about the ruined film. That's so tough. Yeah, we'll be good with that. Shuffle these in. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I think we are going to. Actually. We are going to have dropped this second clue. And we're going to take, what was it, Dr. Christopher and a Bizarre Diagnosis. I at least remember those. Or Dr. Mailson. But that way I can investigate with winging it and not boost her up. So we will investigate, get -1 shroud for this investigation. If you played it from your discard pile, which we did, we discover 1 additional clue. So now we are testing 5 to 1. 5 to 1. We are going to go perception 6 to 1, pocket for 7 to 1, and it takes us 2 actions to do this. So 7 to 1. Eight to 1. We're gonna go 8 to 1. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. That's that. This gets shuffled back into our deck. How incredibly frustrating. Okay. No enemies do anything. You can argue that a physical bag is not 100% random if you want to go that route. Sure, we'll go that route. I mean, like, I think that's like the 6th or 7th times. I put 2 clues on the location. Oh, yeah, so I do need 1 more here. Thank you. That was the whole point there. Okay. Wow. Let's go ahead and reset. Draw a card. Slip away. Get money. Get money. Draw into empirical hypothesis. Ugh. Then we'll engage here. Place of Doom. We may run out of time. I think Daryl can beat Maria with the pocket multi-tool and Kamani committing cards to help Daryl. I don't have any cards to help. That's the problem. I don't have any plus cards. Okay. Daryl has got a Brother Cultist. So Brother Cultist is now here. When you initiate an attack against the Cultist, place 1 Doom on him. No Fist nor Wild Zone. Yeah. Yeah. Then we've got a Test Brain 3. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror. For each act deck, it's +1/+1. Okay. So we got 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We need to toss some cards. We'll go Impromptu Barrier. And Empirical Hypothesis. 3 to 3. Auto fail, of course. So 2 damage, 2 sanity. Go 1, 1, 1. Okay. Cool. Kodak is going to be here on the Brotherhood Cultist. Alrighty. Okay. We're at 4 out of 6. We will resign either this turn or next turn. I think it's gonna be next turn. Because there's nothing in here that can just push us through, I don't think. We need to kill the Maria. We have to kill Maria. Or actually, honestly, what we could do, I really want to get through this deck. Does Daryl have analysis in his? I don't think so. After revealing a chaos token for the skill test, you may place 1 of your clues. No, we don't. No, I don't. That's a good card. That'd be good. Oh, okay. I really don't want to. I need better ways to get more clues. It replaces the autofill when needed. Yeah. We're going to evade this cultist. We're going to go manual dexterity to take it to a 5 to a 2. -5. Cool. Okay. Whoa. We'll do it again. Go 5 to 2. Skull is -1, so we succeed. Ha ha! We went 5 to 2, 4 to 2. We did not succeed enough to get a token here on Empirical Hypothesis. We have to draw into Shed a Light. Fast, before revealing a Chaos token during an investigation you're performing, you discover one additional clue at this location and one additional clue at any location. That'd be nice. That would be really nice if... I think I have 2 of those, so I may get lucky and be able to grab that victory point too. But we are down to 1 action, meaning that we cannot investigate. Did not quite think about that. I did not think about that. That's on me. Oops. Last, we'll spend 1 for an old key ring. Nope, we will not. You can take clues with research notes. That's true. That is very, very true. I'm afraid of the film. Which would not kill me. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and test book 0. We are testing 5 to 0. We're a pocket multi-tool for 6. 0! Haha! Alrighty, so we will spend these 2 to take 2 clues. Empirical Hypothesis triggers, and we get an evidence counter there, and we get to take this. Good call. Good call. Okay, I like that. That was a good one. That was good. That was good. Okay. Over here. Let's go ahead and engage, evade, investigate, or move. It's not attack. We're going to evade. We're going to evade here. We're going to use... We're 6 to 2. So we could probably just commit stuff. Well, 7 to 2. Or 8 to 2. 8 to 2. A -2, so 6 to 2. So we successfully evade here. Exhausted. Lucky cigarette, I forgot to unexhaust. We get to draw a slip away and a emergency cash. 2, 4, 6, 7. We get another money. I think we just try and kill that thing with everything we've got. So let's go ahead and we will attack. We're at 2 to 1. We have no cards to commit from anybody. 2 to 1. Bullet. Kamani should use his engage and kill power. I could do it with the Brotherhood cultist. I don't know. I think we're gonna resign before we do that. But the Maria is elite, so we actually cannot do that, unfortunately, with Maria. And so let's... Come on, be a 0. It's a 0. We got it. We got it. Okay. Okay. So Maria in the victory display. We go up to 3. We got 1, 2, 3. Whew. Okay. We're going to try and investigate. We'll spend 3 to go Thieves Kit. Oh, wait. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll spend 3 for Thieves Kit. It does not matter, actually, does it? Well, you know what? No, we're not. We're not. We're not. Just kidding. Ignore everything I just said. What we're gonna do is we are going to use our empirical hypothesis to reduce this to 0, and then we're going to just straight investigate 2 to 0. That has to go back in. 0. Hey. Okay, so we get the clue here, and that's another victory point. And then I think Kamani's resigning. I guess we don't resign. Is there any reason to not resign? Oh, wait, hold on. To investigate a take. Oh, okay. That's why. Because we don't have any actions, because now this is gone. Okay. So, unengage, all of that stuff. The first thing we're doing is resigning as long as we don't die. Winging it is good. Unexpected courage is good. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. If it touches prey were 1 or more cultist enemies, if it touches prey was Maria, you interrogate Maria while the angry Azituli warrior looms over her. Who do you work for? What is your purpose? Maria purses her lips tightly, and then looks away into the distance. I'll tell you what you need to know. I'll tell you about the Brotherhood. The investigators nearest to Maria de Sevilla takes control of the set-aside Ichtaka. Remove the remainder of the EF act from the game. If another card is in play, continue playing. Oh, okay. So we got Ichtaka. Oh, wait. We set her aside. Okay. I guess we will overplay William. You get +1 fight, +2 fight instead when attacking an enemy with victory X. You get +1 evade, +2 evade instead when you're attempting to evade. After you add an enemy to the victory display, exhaust its chaka. You and its chaka each heal 1 horror. It feels really good for Kamani. I assume she's probably hanging out with us for the rest of the campaign. She's really good with Kamani. Yeah. We'll overplay Leo. Yeah. I think long term, its Chaka works so well with Kamani. 2x is very good for... Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit... Let's see if we survive, I guess, would be my only issue. I did draw a card, right? Did I draw? Yeah, I drew Winging It, and then I drew Guts over here. 1 over here. If you have no clues, this gains Surge. If you have 1 or more clues, test book 4. For each point you fail by, place 1 on your location. Okay, so that's annoying. We're at 5. We'll go 6. Exhaust multi-tool for 7. Okay, 7 to 5. Or 7 to 4. 2x is super good. Oh, good. -3, 7 to 4, we succeed. We don't lose the victory point. That's big. And then over here, if you have no clues, falsely gain Surge. If you have 1 or more clues, test Brain 4 or Book 4. For each point you fail by, place 1 of your clues on your location. All right. So we got Book 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we are at book 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9 to 4. That saves the -5. Cultist, we are good. Okay. Save the victory point. Okay, we'll resign. We'll resign here. Because this is at 5 out of 6, so we're resigning. Because I don't think that there's anything that we could do that could help more victory points. Right? Like, we can't make it down here. Yeah, so we'll resign. Okay, cool. Whew. That was intense. I did like it. I like the scenario. Oh, that's nice. I did not cool. I like the scenario. It was bad draws. I like to think of resigning as going to sleep. Yeah. I like that. No resolution was reached. Resolution 1, you arrive back at your house and take stock of the situation. Your investigation throughout the city has uncovered the existence of a secret cabal within Arkham. For what you can tell, they call themselves, quote, the Brotherhood, and they seem to know more about the Zituli relic and Alejandro's previous expedition than even you do. Their methods are secret and furtive, and their motives elude you. However, one piece of vital information has come to light. They seek a place known as the Nexus of Nikai. Itachi claims a map of Central America lies on the table before you, marked with the previous expedition trailed. I have heard of this place, but its the exact location is not known to me. Once again, your mysterious guide appears to know more than she lets on. With no other leads to follow, you are left with no choice. Once more, you must journey into the uncharted territory in search of answers, but will anyone return this time? Oh, jeez. Check which acts were completed during the scenario. If Act 3B was completed. Yeah, so 3B was completed. Record in your campaign log that the investigators found the missing relic. If the Relic of Ages is not already part of the investigator's deck, any one investigator must choose to include that in their deck. This card does not count towards the investigator's deck size. For the remainder of the campaign, anytime the owner of the Relic of Ages leaves the campaign for any reason, choose another investigator to add it to their deck. What about Daryl? If the AB act is still in play, no. If Act 3D was completed, which I think it was. Nope, it was not. If the CD act is still in play, record that Alejandro is missing. If Alejandro is part of an investigator's deck, remove it from the investigator's deck. So that lasted a long time. It's 3 wilds, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And I figured that the 3 wilds could help Daryl over here with the empirical hypothesis. More so than it could help Kamani. That was my thought process, at least. So we added Alejandro into our deck at the beginning of this scenario. Then we removed him for the scenario, and now he's gone. Okay, cool. If 3F was completed... Nope. Wait. Oh, no. 3F was completed. Record in your campaign log that the investigators forged a bond with Ichitaka. Any one investigator may choose to include her in their deck. It's going to be Kamani. Do not add Ichitaka, Forgotten Guard. This card does not count towards the investigator. The lead investigator earns the Expedition Journal and may include it in their deck. You may take an additional action on your turn, which can only be used to explore. Alrighty, I'll take it. What happened to Alejandro? No idea. He's gone. He's done. He's gone. He's fine. It did not work out. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X. Each investigator earns 1 additional experience for each Act 1 card that was completed during this scenario, as you gain insight into the schemes of the Brotherhood. So that would be 3, right? Because we did these 2 and then this one randomly. That's kind of funny. I'm sure he won't be around. So that's +3. 1, 2, 3. I think It's Act 1 that was completed. That's okay. So we're rolling in with 7 experience. That's pretty big. Glad that storyline is over with. Proceed to resupply point. We'll go ahead and what is resupply? I assume we're choosing. We'll go ahead and read this. We may not choose what we're doing here, but it's clear now that you will have to venture once more into the wilds before the mystery of the Relic of Ages is solved. Each investigator has the option to choose additional supplies to add to their current list of supplies. In their campaign log under each investigator's supply section, record that the supplies the investigators chooses to bring. Additional supplies. Okay, so that's nice. Before departing from Arkham, it might be a good idea to take a visit to St. Mary's Hospital. Okay, we can spend 5 experience to remove a single point of physical or mental trauma. I don't think we're going to do that. 7 XP is Chacha and some swag. That's a great result. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. And then we can spend supply points. We have 5 supply points each. We got pickaxes. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably make this call next time on what we're bringing. But yeah, so 7 experience. I am happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I think we'll do a little bit of modifications to Kamani's deck. We'll need a gun. We'll need a backstab. We'll need ways to do damage. And then over here on Daryl's, I mean, we've got some interesting choices for Daryl as well. So I'm pretty happy with that result. No trauma too, which is big. But yeah, alrighty, sweet. We may. Chaka is really good. If you add an enemy to the victory display, yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Thank you all for hanging out. Wow, that was a long stream. I did not realize how. I guess we built a deck there at the beginning. 3.5 hours already. Cool. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you all. I will be back on Friday playing some Lord of the Rings. So we're going to be continuing on in the progression series on Friday. So if you want to check out some Lord of the Rings, I'll catch you then at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Alrighty, thank you all so much for hanging out. I will see you around. Peace.